Doing the things you love to do just got a lot easier. Because now in Illinois, you no longer need a prescription to start physical therapy. At Athletico, our physical therapists help people overcome pain and discomfort. Schedule a free assessment at Athletico and start feeling better today. And keep on doing the things you love to do. Athletico Physical Therapy. Better for every body.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2019 Illinois Swimming Age Group Championships. This is day 4, Sunday, the final day of the 10 and under sessions. We are here at Lake Central High School in St. John, Indiana. With Bill Shawls, I am Jay Pfeiffer. We're going to be bringing you a lot of exciting action. Again, this is the last day of the 10 and under age group. Before I toss it down to the pool deck and our national anthem, I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to our sponsors for this weekend, Speedo, Oceans Apparel, and Athletico. They do a great job with our young athletes, not only providing them with great gear, but also other services if they shall need it. I want to give a quick thank you to Holiday Inn Express for lodging not only our production crew, but a few of the swim teams, clubs, and families. Again, we thank you all. I also want to give a special, very special thank you to Ms. Pam Lowenthal, Operations Manager for Illinois Swimming, for allowing us to bring you this webcast, showcase our talents, and hopefully you have enjoyed the show. So let's run down the action really quickly before we get into that national anthem. We'll have the girls and boys 10 and under 200 freestyle relay. We'll have a quick break. The 10 and under boys and girls 200 freestyle. The 10 and under 100-yard individual medley. The 10 and under 50-yard butterfly, and we will finish up the 10 and under session this afternoon with the girls and boys 100-yard backstroke. So, Bill, we've had a lot of great action here over the weekend, especially in preliminaries, but how impressed are you, again, before we throw it down to the national anthem with this 10 and under age group?
We've had a lot of great racing. We've seen a lot of records broken this weekend. I honestly don't remember a state meet where we've had this many records broken, but there's a lot of great. The 10 and unders give you a little bit of glimpse of what the future of Illinois swimming is going to be like when you look at the records. You know, like Matt Grievers was a 10 under record holder in Illinois, and went on to become an Olympian. Grace Ariola is on that track too. So we've seen a lot of great swimmers. So Olivia Smoliga went on to make the Olympic team. So it's kind of a glimpse of the future of swimming in Illinois. And with the way these records are breaking, I think the future looks really, really good.
I could not agree more. So right now we are just about set to get underway. I will toss it now to the pool deck and our national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the last session of our 10 and unders at the 2019 Illinois Swimming Short Course Age Group Championships. At this time, I ask that you all please stand, remove your hats, direct your attention to the far wall of the natatorium for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we are into the action. Again, this is the last day for the 10 and under session. We will get into some relay action here on the scoreboard side of the pool. We start our finals with the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle relay. Let me give you those lane assignments really quick. In lane 4, it'll be the Lions Aquatics B relay. In lane 5, it'll be the Maverick Swim Club in their B relay. And in lane 6, it is the Fox Valley Swim Club, their C relay. Again, this is heat 1 of 4 finals for the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle relay. And the first leg for Lions, that will be Catherine Dillon. Second leg, Kylie Thompson. Third leg, Frances Baker. And fourth leg, Avery Watanabe. Starting off for Maverick is Juliet Swatland. And starting it off for Fox Valley is Abby Brown.
Instead of trying to do all the names yesterday, we just, kind of talked about the leaders.
Sure.
This is a 4x50 relay, the 200 free relay. Each swimmers will swim 2 lengths of the pool here. And it's a very, very tight race between Maverick Swim Club and Fox, and Lions is right there also.
Yep, a 31-4-5 on that split by the Mavericks B relay.
That's Juliet Swatland getting the lead, getting her relay out on the lead, and Alexa Goldstone is trying to hang on to that lead also. But we're looking at the young lady from Fox, Elena Chandola. It looks like she's starting to take the lead.
Yeah, Illinois record in this particular event is 147.54 set by the Wolfpack in 2017, and that is also the meet record as well.
And hitting the wall first at the midway point of this race is Fox Swim Club. This is their C relay. Teams can enter as many relays as they qualify, but only the A and B relays are eligible for scoring. So, however, the C relay, if they beat their B relay, can actually take that second scoring opportunity. So these kids are racing for team points. They're racing for best times and those kinds of things. And it's the Fox C relay out in the lead, and that's Jacqueline Noth holding on to the lead. And then we see also Lions Swim Club, Frances Baker starting to make a move also.
Yeah, bringing it into the wall. Third legs are in for all 3 relays now.
And Lions swimmer down in lane 4 with the darker cap. That's Avery Watanabe. She had a really nice start, but still it's the Fox Swim Club. And that's Giselle Bouchard, who's holding on to the lead at this point.
That she is coming up on another split. It is lanes 4 and 6, the Lion B relay and the Fox Valley C relay. Fox Valley touching that wall first, their C relay with a 2:06.75. As we will move on to heat number 2 now. In lane 1, at the bottom of your screen, that'll be the B relay from West Swim Club. Lane 2 is the Palatine Park District, their A relay. Lane 3 is the Fox Valley relay, their B squad. Cats Aquatic is in lane 4, their A relay. Hinsdale, their A relay is in lane 5. Patriot Aquatic is in lane 6, their B relay. Swift Aquatics A relay is in lane 7. The Academy Bullets B squad is in lane 8, and the Wolfpack, their C relay is in lane 9 at the top of your screen.
And it looks like Swift Aquatics is out to an early lead. That's Kiani Martinez. We've seen her this week swimming in a lot of finals. She's one of the top swimmers in the state. The strategy here for Swift is to get there really out in the lead, a little bit calmer water, and see if the rest of the team can hang on. So
29.06 by Swift Aquatics in lane 7 on that first 50.
Lane 4, Cats Aquatics. Greta Keller is starting to make a move and trying to make up some of that margin.
Lane
Sophia
8 as well.
Wandel, yes. And
Yep.
lane 8 is Academy Bullets B. That's Alice Yakubova. And she can see her, obviously. She's right next to her, so that's an advantage. Trying to pick up some of that distance.
Next split time, 31.74 for Academy Bullets in lane 8.
Yeah, Alice did a nice job of closing down that lead. Now we look at lane 4. I think that's Cats Aquatic team, and maybe McAuliffe is starting to make a move also. And in lane 9, Chicago Wolfpack C relay, that's Emma Chang Tanaka, who's also putting out a really great split. But it's We're still got Swift Aquatics still holding on to that lead that they got from Kiani Martinez. That's Sarah Gomez coming into the wall with a 31-2.
31-6-7 by Seawack in lane 9 as all of the anchors are in the water now.
And it's Nicole Chikanowski. And I apologize because I probably didn't do that right. But
that's okay.
So, but she looks like she's holding on to the lead. Lane 2, we see Palatine's relay coming up, and that's Claudia Glinko. And then also lane 4, Cats, Annie Locke. Starting to make a move to second and third in the heat. And Academy Bullets, that's Lucia Martinez. But it is
the wall. Swift Aquatics with a 2:04.85 touching that wall first. In second place, Palatine Park District with a nice comeback in lane 2 with a 2:05.55.
This is a timed final event, so as all these events are today. So winning your heat is important because that helps, because then you're getting a better chance to beat the swimmers in the heats following you.
Heat 3 of 4 now. Again, these are the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle relay. In lane 1, at the bottom of your screen, is Lions Aquatics, their A relay. Lane 2, the Mundelein Mustangs, also their A relay. There are actually 8. The A squads for the relays are all the way from lanes 1 through 8, so I'll just give you the team names. The Blue Tides are in lane 3. West Swim Club's in lane 4. Fox Valley is in lane 5. Glenbrook Swim Club's in lane 6. Delta Aquatics in lane 7. Maverick Swim Club in lane 8. In lane 9, it is the Fox Valley B relay. And in lane 10, at the top of your screen, it is Champaign County Y, their A relay.
And right off the bat, Lilia Barber from West Swim Club is taking the early lead. Her father is the swim coach at Hinsdale Central High School. Has had an awesome career over the years.
Yeah, also a lot of nice work in that first leg in lane 3 from
another Lilia Abbott from Blue Tides.
Yep.
Great relay exchange for Margaret Rainier in lane 4 with West Swim Club, opening up that lead again. And then in lane 8, you see Miriam El Kamhawi from Maverick Swim Club, and she's starting to make up some ground too. And right next to West Swim Club is Fox Valley, and that's Kate Coral, and she's also been in a lot of finals, so we'd expect a strong split from her.
Going into the third leg, that is a 29.83 for the West Swim Club. That is a great 50 yards, keeping it under a minute.
And now in the water for West is Rowan Ombre, and really high tempo swimmers. Some swimmers have a little bit longer strokes, grab a little bit more water. Some swimmers have shorter strokes, so they turn it over quicker so they can get the speed up. Keep an eye out for Maverick Swim Club. That's Chloe Piat. We've seen her quite a bit this weekend too.
Lane 6 and Glenbrook's having a great swim as well.
She is, and that's Nicole Kaner. She's also been a finalist multiple times.
Anchors are in the water. That is a 30.51 in lane 4 for West, a 31.17 split time for the Tide in lane 5.
And now we have Karina Miller for West. She's also been a finalist in multiple events. She's the anchor. Next to her is in lane 5, that's Fox Valley Park. That's Alexander Casanovas, also a swimmer we've seen in finals multiple times. But this one is all going to be West Swim Club.
Let's check that time.
They try to break 2 minutes.
They will. 28.01 on that last 50 yards, a 158.45 for West. The Tide are in second with a 2:04 time.
That's interesting, a different strategy. Some coaches like to put their best swimmers out front and let them have all the relays chase them and kind of put a little pressure on their swimmers that way. Some teams put their best swimmers second or third, and to try to come back into the race. And some people anchor their best swimmers. So it's different strategies. So that's why you'll often see some lead changes.
That is great stuff as we are now on the fourth and final heat. Girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle relay. I'll give you those lane assignments. Lanes 1 through 7, it'll be their A squad, so I'll just give you the team names really quickly. It is the Hornet age group in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen. Lincoln Way is in lane 2. Wheaton Swim Club is in lane 3. Fox Valley is in lane 4. The Wolfpack is in lane 5. Patriot Aquatic in lane 6. Chicago Park District is in lane 7. The Wolfpack B relay is in lane 8. Academy Bullets A relay is in lane 9, and at the top of your screen in lane 10, that is the Nutri Aquatics, their A relay.
Lane 5, Raquel Maldonado is taking off in a blistering split. She's arguably the best 10 and under in the meets, as shown that. She's been pretty dominant. 25.43. I'm a high school swim coach. There's been years I'd like to have that on my high school relay. So absolutely just opening up a huge lead. Turns it over to Alexa Brockman. This is a very, very strong relay. I would certainly expect them to be in the hunt for our state record, which is a 147.5 held by their teammates.
It's a pretty good tight swim for second right now. We've got lanes 3 and 4, Wheaton A and Fox Valley A, and that is also lanes 5 and 6. Lanes 6 and 7, Patriot Aquatic and CPD having a nice swim.
CWAC out in 53.7. They're pretty much right where they need to be for that record. Chase Massimillo coming up right now. As you said, it's a tight race with the Fox swimmer, and that's Sophia Pieter in lane 4. And in lane 6, it's Patriot Aquatic Club. It's Stella Tomlinson. We got to talk fast because those CWAC girls are moving.
Yeah, this is great action here. Third leg is in.
That's Chase Massimillo with 29.2. She turns it over to Colleen Tracy. A little bit off the record pace at this point, it looks like. We'll see what Colleen has in the tank for them. But then the race is really for second and third, and top 3 teams get medals. So now we see lane 6, Patriot Aquatic Club. That's Leah Stadola. And in lane 4, Sophia Yu from Fox Valley from Fox Swim Club.
As they're bringing it home are the CWAC A relay. A dominating performance, 28.34 in that last split. 151.35 is their time.
Chicago Park District coming up too. They're going to finish 4th, but nice finish with Grace Koenig-Song, another finalist that we've seen throughout the week. So, but CWAC fit 151.3, a little bit off the record, but winning the race by 3 seconds at a state meet. It's a dominant performance.
Congratulations, young ladies. We are moving right along now. It is event 68. We are on the boys 10 and under age group. Their 200-yard freestyle relay. I will give you those lane assignments. In lane 1, bottom of your screen, Wheaton Sport, their A relay. Cats Aquatic is in lane 2, their A relay. The Palatine Park District is in lane 3. It is also their A relay. Academy Bullets B relay is in lane 4. And we'll have A relays from lanes 5 through 8. I'll give you those club names. It is Wheaton in lane 5. Peoria Water Wizards is in lane 6. Swift Aquatics is in lane 7. Barrington Swim is in lane 8. And in lane 9, at the top of your screen, we have Lions Aquatics. It is their B relay. All these young swimmers are in the water now, off to a great start. That is lane
number 2.
Number 2.
That's Enzio Desviat from Cats Aquatics.
And also lane 7. That is Swift Aquatics. Their A relay off to a good start.
And then the Academy Bullets B relay, that's Simon Kurdziel. But terminating the wall first is Cats Aquatic with a 28.5. Right behind them is Swift. And then a whole tight brace right behind that. And right now we have Adesh Arvind with the lead and looking pretty strong there, but we still got to keep an eye on lane 7. That's Swift Aquatics, Nicholas Lundy, and he's got a strong split going too. Academy Bullets looks like they're hanging on to 3rd, as well as Barrington Swim Club, and that's Hayden Plotzel from Academy Bullets.
About to go to the 3rd leg. Cats Aquatic with a 31.86, but they are not the fastest split time. That belongs to the Academy Bullets
Swift, I think.
Swift.
Yep. And this is a tight race right now. The Swift and it's now at Swift, and they're starting to take over the lead. And Swift has taken the lead, and that's with the 3rd leg from David Lasny. And then also we're seeing Academy Bullets start to challenge for 2nd place, as well as Barrington Swim Club. That's Jason Cutright. But
bringing it home for the anchors. Sorry about that.
Nope.
That is Swift Aquatics in lane 1 with a 31.27.
Yeah, that's the anchor for Swift is Michael Chan, and he's opening up a lead. And we're also seeing Academy Bullets make a move. That's Logan Bremer, and the Cats, their anchor swimmer is William Blackner. So that's the race right now for those 3 teams. But also Palatine Park District starting to make a little bit of a move too.
Can Swift Aquatics hang on to their lead the last few yards for their A relay? Who's going to get there first? It looks like it's going to be Swift with a 31-second split time. They will touch the wall at a total of 2:03.43.
Matthew Karasak with a nice split to bring Palatine into 2nd place in that heat.
On to heat number 2, 2 of 3. Boys 10 and under, 200-yard freestyle relay. These are all A relay teams, so I will just run down the names for you really quickly. In lane 1, we have the Marlins. In lane 2, we have Lifetime. In lane 3, New Trier Aquatics. St. Charles is in lane 4. Coho is in lane 5. Hinsdale Swim is in lane 6. Lions Aquatics is in lane 7. Kishwaukee YMCA is in lane 8. Midway Aquatics is in lane 9. And Chicago Park District is in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
off the start. A lot of great starts, and it looks like to be a pretty tight field right now.
All the young swimmers bunched up pretty quickly, approaching their first turn.
Leo Popko from Coho Swim Club in lane 5 with the red cap has taken the early lead. Lane 2, that's Lifetime Fitness. That's David Olaru.
Bringing it home to the wall for the second leg. Who will touch there first? It is Coho in lane 5 with a 28.94 split.
Taking over Coho is Caleb Rosenfeld. And lane 2, Lifetime Fitness, that's Alex Ivanov looking to challenge. And coming up on
lane
the outside
6
is also Hinsdale Swim Club, and that's John Treadwell. So the race is definitely tightening up. See St. Charles in there also. That's that is, sorry, I was looking at the wrong name, Landy Cruz. So, wow, it is, there are 5 across, 6 across right now. It's anybody's race.
Lane 2 is in first. That is Lifetime with a 30.74 split.
Very aggressive start by the Lifetime swimmer, and that is, oh my God, I'm lost my
That's okay.
Where we are.
That is
Sorry.
okay.
That's Alexander Gostelek.
Yep.
And he's hanging on to the lead, but right up there in lane 6, that's Hinsdale Swim Club. That's Gabriel Polinkovic. Sorry. But it looks like Hinsdale is going to take the lead here. Not quite, but still Lifetime with a slight lead.
30.14 at the fastest in the pool, though.
That was the fastest split, yep.
That is the Lions A squad as the anchors are now in.
So it's no allow for Lifetime Fitness. And in lane 7 now, that's Lions Swim Club. That's Nathaniel Hausman, but Coho Swim Club in lane 5. Daniel Snitkovsky, we've seen him in a lot of finals, also from St. Charles. Thomas McMillan coming up to
it's
challenge.
going to be close. It will be Coho, their A relay in lane 5. 28.16 that last split. A 2-minute .90 time.
Still have one more heat to go, and then to sort out, this will be our fastest heat.
It is the final heat, heat number 3 for the boys, 10 and under 200-yard freestyle relay. I will run down those lane assignments for you. In lane 1 at the bottom of your screen, it's the NASA Wildcat, their B relay. Glenbrook Swim Club, their A relay is in lane 2. In lanes 3 through 9, these will all be A relays, so I'll give you those team names. It's Academy Bullets in 3. Hornet Age Group is in lane 4. NASA Wildcat is in lane 5. The Wolf Pack is in lane 6. Maverick Swim Club is in lane 7. Patriot Aquatic is in lane 8. West Swim Club is in lane 9. And at the top of your screen, from the Wolf Pack, it is their B relay.
And we look at the coaches have to submit their relay names. That's why we have them, and they have to submit them in the order they're going to swim. They can certainly make some changes at the blocks while we take a little break here. But looking at the names, we see a lot of the fast swimmers. Luke Vitev from Hornet Swim Club, Thomas Casito from Academy Bullets, Devin Bone from NASA. A lot of these teams are putting their better swimmers towards the front of the relays, try to get out in that open water.
Well, as we saw from the CWAC girls, it helps a lot, right, if you can get off to a fast start in these relay races. As the young swimmers are in the water now, a very close grouping at the start, approaching that first turn.
And it's lane 4, that's Hornet Swim Club. Luke Vitev, 9 years old. Very rare to see a 9-year-old dominate this event, or any event at this level. 10-year-olds tend to do that. So this Luke Vitev, it's going to be fun watching him over the next couple of years, too. And he is out with a 26.71. Putting a big lead on. Academy Bullets is in second right now. That's Thomas Casito that we talked about, and Devin Bone from NASA. So it's the 3 teams in the middle of the pool we talked about. But you got to keep an eye on lane 6, CWAC. They're very, very deep, and they're going to just keep throwing bodies at you. So right now, that's looking to make a move from Academy Bullets is Patrick O'Connor, but right now it's still NASA Wild. So that's Jaden Kaplan hanging on to the lead,
bringing it in for the third leg. The NASA Wildcat with a 27.45 split time,
which was one of the fastest splits we had. So now we've got, we still have NASA with the lead, and that's Jay Huang. Academy Bullets in second right now. That's Braden Capon. But moving up along on the outside, on the top of your picture, that's John Sellers from Chicago Wolfpack in lane 6. And Maverick Swim Club, Aaron Cara in lane 7. So the race is definitely tightening up.
Just a little bit. You are right, Bill. Bringing it in for the anchor now, the NASA Wildcat. A sub-28 split, 27.99. Not the fastest in the pool, though. That belongs to CWAC in lane 6 with a 27.5.
Yeah, and that CWAC swimmer, that was John Sellers. Had a great swim. So here we are at the anchor legs now, bringing it home. And for NASA Wild, that's Jared Goldstein, And in lane 6, that's Seawack, that's Chicago Wolfpack, that's Isaac Litweiler. These are guys we've seen swimming in the finals. Moving up on the outside, Academy Bullets on the bottom of your screen. That's Thomas Rogowski. And that's going to be a tight race between Thomas and just gets touched out by Hornet Swim Club. And that anchor was Alexander Rodolski. We've seen him and his brother, and Luke Pataka we talked about earlier. So
150.75 for Nassau Wildcats. CWAC A relay will be second with a 152.62. All right, we will take a brief break now. I think we'll have some awards, and we will pick it back up with event number 69, the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle.
Doing the things you love to do just got a lot easier. Because now in Illinois, you no longer need a prescription to start physical therapy. At Athletico, our physical therapists help people overcome pain and discomfort. Schedule a free assessment at Athletico and start feeling better today. And keep on doing the things you love to do.
Awards for event 67, girls 10 and under 200 freestyle relay. In third place, from Fox Valley Swim Team, Salila Fong, Sarah Gandon, Sophia Pioneer, and Sophia Yu. In second place, from Patriot Aquatic Club, Lydia Cobb, Claire Wang, Stella Tomlinson, and Leah Stodola. And our 2019 Illinois Swimming Girls 10 and under 200 free relay champions from Chicago Wolfpack, Raquel Maldonado, Alexia Brockman, Chase Massimino, and Colleen Tracy. Congratulations, ladies. Awards for event 68, boys 10 and under 200 free relay. In third place, from Hornet Swim Club, Luke Vatev, Dmitra Razdalski, Milos Pavlovic, and Alexander Razdalski. In second place, from Wolfpack, Kale Chow, Samuel Koenigsberg, John Spellers, and Isaac Litwiller. And your 2019 Illinois Swimming Boys 10 and under 200 free relay champions from NASA Wildcat, Devin Bone, Aiden Kaplan, Jay Huang, and Jared Goldstein. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Back in action here, 10 and under age group, 2019 Illinois Swimming Championships. We are in event number 69 now. This is heat number 1 of 5. Girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. I will give you those lane assignments. In lane 3, we have Sarah Holzman from Coho Swim Club. A pair of Fox Valley teammates in lanes 4 and 5. Rowan Ombre in 4, Catherine Smith in 5. Chicago Wolfpack is in lane 6. That is Mariposa Arroyo. And Grace Koenig Song is in lane 7 from Chicago Park District. Patriot Aquatic is in lane 8 at the top of your screen. That is Claire Wang.
As I said, this is heat 1 of 5 heats. And out to the early lead is Claire Wang from Patriot Aquatic Club up in lane number 8.
Yep, off to a great start is Claire Wang, approaching her first 50 split. Let's give you that time. It is a 31.08. Behind her in lane 5, that is Catherine Smith with a 32.93.
Now, interesting with Claire Wang, she qualified for this event in a 50-meter pool. So you can qualify, even though this is what we call short course, a 25-yard pool. You can qualify for a 50-meter pool. So while her time is 20 seconds slower than the other girls, that's an event that is 200-meter free, is actually about 10% longer. So it's not surprising to see her be dominant in this field with that long course qualifying time.
Yeah, approaching the halfway point is Claire Wang. She's got a really big lead, a 35.54 split time. She's out at a 106.62.
Yeah, continuing to open up her lead, almost 2 seconds faster than the rest of the field. However, in lane 7, right next to her, moving up from Chicago Park District, is Grace Koenig Song.
Yep, she had a great split time as well. 36.49 was Grace Koenig Song.
This is now we're in the third 50, getting into the second half. This is where the muscles start to tighten up a little bit, so want to keep an eye on that and see who can hang on to these swims. You see Claire Wang still with the big lead, but it looks like it's shrinking a little bit, and she was pretty aggressive going out in back in 37.8.
Yeah, falling off the pace a little bit, Claire Wang, but still with about a body length and a half lead. But it is a very close group for second at this point.
It is Mariposa Arroyo in Chicago Wolfpack in lane 6 for 35.5. That's 2 seconds faster than our leader, Claire Wang. So we'll have to keep an eye on her in lane 6. But it still looks like it's going to be Claire Wang looks like likely to win this heat. And now we see in lane 4 Rowan Ombre from Tide starting to make a move coming up on that at the bottom of your screen.
Claire Wang in lane 8 from Patriot Aquatic is going to touch the wall first with a 2:21.7. Grace Koenig Song in lane 7 with a 2:23.95.
That is Claire Wang's best time by about 7 seconds. So great swim.
Great swim indeed. As we move on to heat number 2 now, these are the finals. Girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. Going from the bottom of your screen in lane 1, Audrey Converse from Fox Valley Park. Glenbrook Swim Club is in lane 2. That is Natalia Kravtsov. Delta Aquatics is in lane 3. That's Lauren Sidorsky. Lakeshore Stingrays is in lane 4. That's Claire Wood. Margaret Karpakis is in lane 5 from the Wolfpack. Hickory Willow is represented in lane 6. That's Adeline Gowell. Claire Murphy is in lane 7 from Lincoln Way Swim. Stella Tomlinson in lane 8 from Patriot Aquatic. Big Blue Aquatic is represented in lane 9. That's Gabriella Simon. And in lane 10 at the top of your screen from Champaign County Y is Cassidy Stoffel.
It's unusual. We get all the names in before they start the next heat, so there's a problem. We do swimming. We typically do something we call flyover starts, where the swimmers, when they finish their heat, they'll stay in the water. The next heat will do their starts over them, and while those swimmers are swimming, the other swimmers climb out. So we have some sort of a technical difficulty.
There is a technical difficulty there, as the young ladies will be out of the pool. They are changing one of the touch pads. I believe that is lane 4.
Yep.
I think that was the same lane that had some problems yesterday with their touch pad. So, again, a bit of a technical difficulty, a bit of a delay here in the action.
But they have extras, and since we're not using the other end of the pool, we have plenty of extras. So we're done using the diving board end of the pool as well. The finals and the ton under time finals are both swum on our scoreboard side of the pool. So,
while they get that changed real quick, let me recognize some of the sponsors that have been great to the young athletes and ourselves over this weekend. Want to recognize Oceans Apparel, Speedo, and Athletico for all the great work that they do. Also want to give a special thanks again to Miss Pam Lowenthal, Operations Manager for Illinois Swimming for, again, allowing us to bring you this webcast on YouTube. And if you're not watching already, you need to share it to anybody from across the country and across the world. Go to youtube.com/Illinois Swimming. The link will be up live, and from that point, again, you can share it to anyone you want. We need as many views as possible to bring you this great action for this 2019 Illinois Swimming Age Group Championships.
Looks like lane 4 touchpad is in the water. They'll do a quick test of the system to make sure the pad works. Should take about 20 seconds, and
we will hopefully we'll start soon. Yep. Again, let's give you a quick reset. This is the second heat, heat 2 of 5. Girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. Looks like everything is set and ready to go as these young ladies get into the starting blocks. And in the water they are. Again, this is heat 2, girls 10 and under. Excuse me, heat 3. My apologies. Girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. Approaching that first turn. A nice turn by lane 5. That is Margaret Karpakis from CWAC. Jumping out to a bit of an early lead.
Yeah, this is heat 2. They had the wrong heat on the board there for a moment. So it is Margaret in lane 5 with the early lead, and next to her, up and down at the bottom of your screen in lane 2, Natalia Krapstab is in second place. This is an interesting race because you've got to be careful about going out too hard. It's not uncommon to see lead shift changes and things like that. But on the flip side, some of these kids don't get to swim this event very often, so it's not uncommon to see some big time drops at this time of the year when you get a little bit of rest and get the fast suits on. So we'll see how this event plays out, but right now this is Margaret Karpakis in lane 5 from Chicago Wolfpack, and it looks like in lane 8, Stella Tomlinson is in second place at the midway point of this race.
107.64, 36.04 for Margaret Karpakis on her first 100. And if you recognize that name, she is the younger sister of Jessica Karpakis, also from CWAC. So a great bloodline of swimmers for the Karpakis family.
Absolutely. And in it is lane 8. It is Stella Tomlinson in second place. Down in lane number 2 in third place is Natalia Krabstab.
Approaching the 1 of 50 split. That is a 37.9 for Miss Karpakis, 145.54 out.
Two girls split 37.9, 137.8. That's Natalia. So they're all holding about their same speed. We'll see how they go. Now you want to start seeing the legs come up, and you're definitely seeing some legs in lane 8 and in lane 2. Those girls are starting to really drive the legs a little bit more, trying to move up in their heat.
Stella Tomlinson in lane 8 from Pack, and Natalia Kropsov in lane 2 from Glenbrook.
But Margaret Karpakis is hanging on in lane 5 in the middle of your pool from Wolfpack. Lane 2 really making a move now. Natalia Krabstab, and then she's from Glenbrook. And it is Natalia. I'm sorry. We cannot see lane 1 very well, so we sometimes make.
Yeah, that's Audrey Converse, but it will be touching the wall first in lane 5. Margaret Karpakis with a 2:21.96. And second was Lauren Sadorsky from Delta with a 2:23.62. As we now move on to the third heat, 3 of 5. These are the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1, bottom of your screen, we have Leah Abbott from Blue Tides. Fox Valley Swim is in lane 2. That's Ava Wallen. St. Charles Swim is in lane 3. That's Peyton Cruz. Tamara Krett is in lane 4 from Patriot Aquatic. Fox Valley Park is in lane 5. That's Kate Coral. Sarah Gandon is in lane 6 from Fox Valley Swim. The Mundelein Mustangs are represented in lane 7. That's Anna Horwath. Hannah Wesner is in lane 8 from Oak Forest Swim. Palos Orland is represented in lane 9. That's Ella Giblin. And Sophia Murphy is in lane 10 at the top of your screen from Lincoln Way Swim.
A little confusion behind the blocks there, so we're a little bit late getting started, but I think we're ready now.
And we are started again. Heat 3, girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. Off to a good start. That is lane 8, Hannah Wesner from Oak Forest Swim. But a very close grouping as they approach that first turn.
Yeah, really aggressive start for Hannah Wesner. We'll see if she can hang on to that tempo. right onside her. Seems like she's pulling Ella Giblin from Posa. And Ellen, we've seen Ella Giblin in some final heats earlier, so certainly a capable swimmer in her own right. And it's pretty bunched up. But at the bottom of the pool in lanes 1 through 3, Lila Abbott, Ava Wallen, and Patton Cruz are all right there too. And they got a nice little racing group right there.
Hannah Wesner with the fastest split time on the first 50, 30.85.
That is true, but Ella Giblin is moving up alongside of her. Ella Giblin is a little bit shorter, it looks like, than Hannah, and so it's like Hannah's a little bit stronger on the turns, but Ella's been using a pretty fast tempo to try to catch up to her on the swimming portion. So here we come into the middle of the race at the 100 yards. It's going to be Hannah Wesner, followed closely by Ella Giblin, and Ella Giblin's just a little bit faster on that heat.
Fastest split, though, belongs to Lila Abbott in lane 1 with a 35.35.
And you can see she's got a big kick going on there if you look between the coaches closely. And it is right now on the outside, it's lane 9. Ella Giblin turns first with 25 to go. Lila Abbott right there, and Lila Abbott is moving.
Yeah, Lila Abbott in lane 1 with a great performance, approaching the 150-yard mark. Let's check her split time. It will be 35.81.
So Lila Abbott has taken her lead. And that's a big split. She's almost 2 seconds faster than the rest of the field there. So we'll see if she can keep it up. But her legs look really good tempo. She's just getting ready to dominate this heat as she comes into the wall. About a half a body length lead over line 9 competitor Ella Giblin. Pretty doubtful that they can actually see each other. You'd have to have pretty good eyesight to see her. But we see now Ella Giblin really getting the kick going. She's got a big, fast kick going. It's got to be close, but I do believe it's Lila Abbott and it is Lila Abbott.
A 2:18.39. Lila Abbott touching that wall first from the Blue Tides.
And Ella Giblin did hang on for second place with a 2:19. Nice drops for both those ladies.
Moving on to heat number 4 now, the penultimate heat for the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Kara Hoffman from Dunlap Dolphins. Fox Valley Park is in lane 2. That's Ashley Wyatt. The Wolfpack is in lane 3. Chase Massimino. Reagan McDonald is in lane 4 from Lakeshore Stingrays. Academy Bullets is in lane 5. That is Josephine Dumm. Karina Miller is in lane 6 from West Swim Club. Miley Earhart is in lane 7 from the Marlins. In lane 8, represented is Lions Aquatics. That is Maddie O'Malley. Lydia Cobb is in lane 9 from Patriot Aquatic. And in lane 10 at the top of your screen is Josie Skeet from Redbird.
Reagan McDonald from LSF Lakeshore is taking the early lead. Want to give a shout out lane 8, Maddie O'Malley. Today is her birthday. She turns 11 today. USA Swimming rules are that your age on the first day of the meet is your age for the entire meet. So swimming as a 10 and under and not uncommon in our sport. We call that an awesome birthday when you can age up during the meet. So it's perfect timing for her. But right now it's Reagan McDonald from Lakeshore, and right next to her is Josephine Dumm from Academy Bullets.
Let's keep an eye on lane 3. That is Chase Massimino with a 33.95 split in lane 6. Karina Miller with the same exact split time, 33.95.
And we saw Chase Massimino earlier today in that 200 free relay open up that lead for CWAC as they won the event. And Chase Massimino has got a turn first with 3 lengths to go. And as we come into the 150 mark here, really bunched up for second place. We have Karina Miller from West. We have Josephine Dumm from Academy, and Regan McDonald from Lakeshore.
Another 50 split for Chase Massimino as she starts to widen her lead with a 34.24, 139.87 out.
Yeah, it's a big split too, and these girls right here, this is the second to last heat. So it's important that for someone like Chase, when she gets the lead, she's now not really racing this heat. She's racing the next heat, and she wants to get onto that medal podium. She's got to get out in front and beat people in that next heat. So a little bit of an illusion there for you, but for second place right now, it's a dead heat between lanes. We have Chase in first, Regan McDonald, Josephine Dumm for Academy Bullets, and Karina Miller. But it is
Chase Massimino with a 2:13.24 time. Coming in second is lane 4, Reagan McDonald from LSF with a 2:16.23, and Josephine Dumm in lane 5 with a 2:16.42. As we are now in the final heat of the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1, it is Natasha Mantell from Wheaton. The Blue Marlin Swim Club is in lane 2. That is Alicia Zaznika. Excuse me if I got that last name wrong. The Wolfpack is in lane 3. That is Colleen Tracy. Ava Gombozi is in lane 4 from the Blue Tides. The Wolfpack is in lane 5. Raquel Maldonado. Jaylene Ortiz is in lane 6 from Shark Swim Club. Hornet Age Group is in lane 7. That's Mia Rogers. Kiani Martinez is in lane 8 from Swift Aquatics. Sage YMCA is in lane 9. That is Renata Gomez. And Genevieve Dal Ponte from Lincoln Way is in lane 10 at the top.
And as usual, Raquel Maldonado takes off into an early and big lead, as we've seen time and time again. 27-4, 2 seconds faster than the rest of the field, and she shows no sign of slowing down. Should also be noted in that last heat, her teammate, Chase Massimino, swam a time that if the rest of the times hold up, and it's not likely they will, is the third fastest time going into this event. So I think we can probably be safe to bet that Chase is going to end up with a 4th or a 5th place finish. So a great swim
Approaching
for her.
that halfway point is Raquel Maldonado, one of the stars of this age group and meet in general. She's touching at a 30.24, 57.71 out.
And dominating the field still. There's only one girl within 2 seconds of her. There isn't a girl within 2 seconds even splitting. So she's dominating this field and out in 57.7. I mean, she's a 10-year-old girl swimming high school speed. So this is a really, really strong swim right now.
I was going to say, Bill, it's hard to tell that Raquel Maldonado is only 10 years old. Again, she is dominating her performances here. 150-yard mark, 31.75 on that split, 129.46 out.
Yeah, and her time is a 2:02.8. The meet record is a 2:05.2, and she's definitely on pace for that. She's going to have to kind of kick the spurs to it a little bit here to get the state record, which is held by Leah Hayes of 159.78. But the state meet record, unless she stops swimming right about now, I can't imagine that she's not going to get it. So I think this is going to be an absolutely dominating performance, and we're going to crush the meet record. She's coming in right at 2 minutes.
Let's check that split time. An outstanding performance once again by Raquel Maldonado. 2 minutes and 18/100 of a second now. We look to touch who's going to touch second. That is Jaylene Ortiz in lane 6 with a 2:10.23. And in third is Ava Gombozi in lane 4 with a 2:11.30. But again, congratulations once again, a dominating performance by Ms. Raquel Maldonado.
Ava Gombozi outsplit Jaylene Ortiz by a second and a half and was really closing fast, but Jaylene was able to hold on for second. And as we talked about earlier, Chase Massimino time would have been 4th place in that event. So great drop. She came from like 18th place down to 4th place. So that's a great swim.
Moving right along now, this is event number 70, the boys' turn. It is their 10 and under 200-yard freestyle in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen. Monk Zog from Glenbrook Swim Club. Midway Aquatics is in lane 2. That's Henry Lyon. The Wolfpack is in lane 3. That's James Guth. Cooper Franz is in lane 4 from the Funky Fish. Aaron Kaura is in lane 5 from Maverick Swim Club. His teammate Alexis Biga is in lane 6. Jason Abram is in lane 7 from Swift Aquatics. Nutria Aquatics is in lane 8. That's Ethan Kim. And Jesse Shireman is in lane 9 at the top of your screen from Sheridan Swim Team.
Jason Sog at the bottom of the screen. You got to look through the crowd and look through the coaches on deck to find him. But he's one of, we talked about this earlier in the girls' heat one. Jason Sog was seated with a long course qualifying time. He swam the event in a 50-meter time, so he will be seated in the last position. But it's not uncommon to see a swimmer like that to come out here and win their heat early on. So second place right now is Arum Kora from Maverick Swim Club, and he is in lane 5. But this is Munk Sog with a big lead early on. 34.4 second 50 split. Still the fastest split out of the heat. See if he can hang on to this pace.
Monk Zog from the Glenbrook Swim Club, 104.84 out as he's approaching another turn. Let's keep an eye on lane 8, though. That is Ethan Kim having a great swim from Nutria Aquatics.
He is. He's seeing some big tempo there, getting the legs going a little bit more now. Here we are coming into the third 50. We are on the third 50 coming into the turn here to start the last part of the race. But also got to keep an eye on Arum Kora from Maverick Swim Club. He's making a big move too. 36.0 for Ming Song. But look at Arum Kora, 34.5. Huge split, got his legs going. And he's really starting to go. But out in lane 7.
Or lane 7, you're right.
Yep.
That is
Jason Arum.
Yep, from Swift Aquatics. Having a great swim. At this point, though, it is lanes 1 and
8. And it looks like, I think looks like lane 8. It looks like Ethan Kim has a little bit of an advantage here right now, but it's hard to. We have a horrible angle, so.
Last 50 yards coming up for these. Oh, excuse me, as they touch the wall. Sorry. As we finish the race, it will be Monk Zog holding on to his lead. He'll touch the wall with a 2:17.61. Ethan Kim in lane 8 will touch second with a 2:17.73.
12 hundredths of a second, Mung was able to hold on to that race. So Ethan Kung was closing very, very fast, but just ran out of space.
Heat number 2 of 4 for the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle in lane 1. At the bottom of your screen, we have Isaac Litwiller from the Wolfpack. Swimming unattached is Alexander Ivascu in lane 2. The Redbird Swim Club is represented in lane 3. That's Leighton Harms. Joshua Wang from Patriot is in lane 4. Aiden Kaplan is in lane 5 from NASA. Matthew Karasek is in lane 6 from PPD. Waves Bloomington is represented in lane 7. That's Sam Grosjean. Matthew Lemke is in lane 8 from St. Charles. Mannheim Swim Club is represented in lane 9. That is Yanizan Cortez. And William Klaus at the top of your screen in lane 10 from West Swim Club.
And we are about to watch a train wreck because they're calling for a false start. They're trying to stop the swimmers. Some of the swimmers are stopping, some aren't. Very difficult situation. I don't know why they're recalling heat. This is really rare in our sport. But now you've got kids that are swimming extra. So what they will probably do is we will probably have these kids will stop and they will probably re-swim this heat at the end of the event to give these kids some rest. But the challenge here is you've had kids stopping at the 50, at the 75. You have other kids still racing at the 100.
Right.
You still don't realize, and it's just so difficult to stop these kids, and so we'll have to wait and see what the problem is there. So again, here's another swimmer.
Yeah, here's another one they didn't catch. Okay.
So I think they've got them all. Nope. Yep. I think our swimmer from Palatine, so Matthew Karasek, he's like, heck no, I'm racing, man. I came here to race. I didn't come here to sit around and talk. So interesting. These guys, they're probably like, what's going on here? Why is everybody else stopping? So.
Yeah, the official didn't do a great job of stopping that young man. But again, we apparently will have a false start here. We will re-swim this race.
I think they've all realized it now. He kind of figures out that I'm either a lap in the field or else there's a problem. So they will let this heat sit. Most likely we're going to go to the third heat now. It's too bad, though, because some of these kids have swam over 100 yards.
Right.
And just to get really, they're going to look at getting about 6 minutes of rest. Really not enough time to recover. It is one of the earlier heats. These kids are not necessarily the swimmers that you would expect to score points in this event. But when you look at a swimmer like Isaac Litwiller, who's been really dominant, Aiden Kaplan's had some great swims, Sam Gojin, we've seen him in the final heats too, and some others that, it's going to be an interesting one. This is certainly going to have an impact, and we're going to see some high emotions from the coaches, the parents. So this is
very unfortunate, but again, it looks like there was a false start. Not sure who it was, but again, very unfortunate that again some of these young men did swim about 100 yards.
If there's a false start in a race, they do not recall the heat. They just disqualify the swimmer after the fact.
Okay, so maybe something else.
What most likely happened is that a swimmer didn't hear the start and didn't go off on time. Yeah, they're calling the swimmers over to the announcers area, and the meet referee's going to talk to them. But there's no way they're going to swim this heat right now. We're going to go on to heat. We're going to go on to heat 3. We'll come back to heat 2 in a few minutes. Hopefully these guys can get a little bit of rest. If I were some of these kids, I'd be hustling down to the warm down pool, try to get a little swimming down in.
Yep. Again, very unfortunate. Heat number 2, they're going to switch up the order here. We're going to go to heat number 3. They'll probably swim heat 2 after heat 4.
Right.
Here, again, this is the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. A bit of a delay in the action here. Again, we had a difficulty. Not sure exactly what happened.
Typically, something like this, it's either an equipment malfunction. We saw at the Olympic trials or at the World Championship trials in Nashville one year, the bulkhead, you see that wall at the end of the pool is a movable wall, and it's held in by like 3/4-inch pins, and one of the pins snapped at the World Trials, and the pool actually got shorter on one side, and it was the championship final of the 100 free. They had to re-swim the event, and for some of those swimmers, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Again, so we're going to move on to heat 3 now. This is 3 of 4. In lane 1, bottom of your screen, it'll be John Spellers from the Wolfpack. In lane 2, that's Gunnar Hinger from Palos Orland. Academy Bullets is in lane 3, Patrick O'Connor. Michael Willite is in lane 4 from Maverick. William Mahorny is in lane 5 from Springfield. Ladoff YMCA is in lane 6. That is Velazar Filipov. Jonathan Richardson is in lane 7 from Homewood Flossmoor. Samuel Konigsberg is in lane 8 from the Wolfpack. St. Charles Swim Team is in lane 9. That is Thomas McMillan. And in lane 10 at the top of your screen, that is Timothy Sardak from Barrington Swim Club.
Velazar Filipov from Ladoff YMCA is out in 28.99 with a big lead. Right below him is, where are we at here? Jonathan Richardson, Homewood Flossmoor. He's in lane 7, just a little bit higher up on your screen in the red cap. Also moving up a little bit right now, Patrick O'Connor.
Yep,
He's in lane 3 from Academy Bullets.
Approaching that halfway point now are these young men. 33.67 on that last 50 yards for Velazar Filipov. 102.66 out.
Patrick O'Connor from Academy Bullets with the fastest split in the heat. So he's starting to make a little bit of move. We'll see what happens here. Third 50, we talk about this all the time. This is where everything starts to get a little bit hinky for some of these guys. Everything starts to get a little bit tighter. So some swimmers build their race a little bit more, and they've got a little bit more energy at the end. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But it's still Velazar Filipov with the lead. And Patrick O'Connor's hanging on in lane 3 from Academy Bullets. But Michael Wilhite from Maverick Swim Club is starting to make a move in lane 4. And it is... we see Velazar with a 35.6, but look at, as you pointed out, Michael Wilhite, Jay, 33.8, fastest split of the heat. Look at the legs, too. He's got the biggest kick going right now. I would expect him to to pass and possibly, take the lead very quickly.
Last turn here. It is still Filipov with a slight lead, but Michael Wilhite is going stroke for stroke with him in lane 4.
And we've seen all 3 of these young men pick up the tempo. So we've seen Patrick O'Connor on the bottom of your screen picking up the tempo too. But it is Velazar Filipov 33.2. Michael Wilhite again with the fastest split again, 32.7. He's in second place from Maverick Swim Club out of lane 4, and in lane 3, Patrick O'Connor, Academy Bullets, in lane 3 with the third place finish in the heat.
Yeah, 2:11.51 for Velazar Filipov, touching that wall first. And we will move along now. Again, this is heat 4, but not the last heat. We'll have heat 2 coming up after this. This is heat 4 for the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1, it's Ian Boland from McHenry Marlins. Glenbrook Swim Club is in lane 2. That's Noah Chin. Academy Bullets is in lane 3. That's Thomas Casito. Devin Bone is in lane 4 from NASA Wildcat. Hornage Age Group is in lane 5. That's Luke Vitev. Kale Chow is in lane 6 from the Wolfpack. Hornet Age Group is in lane 7. That's Alexander Rozdolski, excuse me if I mispronounced that. Lane 8 is Ignas Venzlauskas from Sage YMCA. NASA Wildcat is in lane 9. That's Jay Huang. And Braden Kappen is at the top of your screen in lane 10 from the Academy Bullets.
And as we've seen over and over again, right there, we've seen Kale Chow, but also Luke Vitev, the big guy for the 9-year-old who's been pretty dominant. But right now,
that is Luke Vitev, lane 5, with just about a body length lead approaching that halfway point.
It's a little phenom, I'm telling you.
That he is.
202 is the meet record held by 202.6 is Eric Stellmar with the meet record, and the state record is 202.19, William Merkel. But Luke Vitev out in 101. Probably not going to get the state record today, but he's got another year to work on it.
Yeah, 31.93 on that last sprint for Luke Vitev.
Kale Chow holding on in second place. And if we look down in lane 3, we see Thomas Casito, Academy Bullets, starting to make a move. And also Devin Bone in lane 4 from NASA Wild. So it's going to be a tight race for third place. But right now, Luke Vitev, as usual. Alexander Rozdolski, you got to always keep an eye on him. He's Luke Vitev's teammate and from Hornet. But one more 50 to go with 134.5. Remember, we do have another heat. We're going to re-swim that second heat. I assume that's going to happen right after this event. And I think these are the kids that came in with the fastest seed times, the likely ones that we're going to see on top of the podium for the most part.
Yep.
Although we did have a couple of 211s in that last heat, and I would imagine they're going to figure into the podium at this point. So,
yep. Bringing it on home is Luke Vitev. He's got about a 2-length body lead approaching the flags and the wall. Let's check his time. Getting there, 32.72 on that last 50, 2:07.24 for Luke Vitev. Coming in second is lane 6. That's Kale Chow from CWAC with a 2:09.53. In third place, Thomas Casito from Academy Bullets with a 2:09.97.
Just 3 100s behind him was Devin Bone. You can see those two right next to each other, 32-1, 31-9, the two fastest splits. They were duking it out for third place. Thomas Casillo from Academy Bullets able to get his hand on the wall first.
Yeah, so we're going to have a brief break, a brief pause in the action.
So we're going to do the girls' awards. That'll give that heat number 2 from the boys a little bit more rest, give about 5 more minutes rest. Then we'll swim heat 2, probably go right into the awards for event number 70, the boys' event, and we'll see where we're at from there. So I think the balance here is to give these guys enough rest from what happened in heat 2, where many of them swam up to half the race.
Sure.
But we don't want to push this race too late into the program, because then it's going to impact some of these kids' other races. So, and when you take someone like like I said, I haven't looked deep into the heat sheet, but like an Isaac Litweiler, we've seen him in the fastest heats and other events. This may not be his best event, and so he may not want to be in a situation where he's going to do something that's going to harm an event that's actually more valuable to him, if you will.
That's a great point, Bill. So yeah, we are going to take a break. We're going to have the awards for the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. Then we will pick it back up with the boys. To conclude that event 70, their 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. Let's throw it down to the pool deck now.
So while we're waiting for the girls' awards, I went down and talked to the announcer. During Heat 2, during the start of Heat 2, there was a loud noise behind the blocks. Somebody probably clapped or something, or maybe dropped a water bottle, and that caused one of the swimmers to flinch and leave early. So rather than disqualifying for that swimmer for something that was not his fault, we can't go on and swim the heat because that swimmer gets an unfair advantage, so they have to recall the heat. So good call by the officials to catch that, and so, yeah, that's what happened.
That's a great explanation, Bill. Thank you for that information, as we'll now take it down to the pool deck for the awards.
Awards for event 69, girls 200 freestyle. In 10th place from West, Karina Miller. In 9th place from Academy Bullets, Joey Dum. In 8th place from Lakeshore Stingrays, Regan McDonald. In 7th place from Blue Marlins, Alicia Zoznica. In 6th place, Lincoln Ways, Genevieve Del Ponte. In 5th from Wolfpack, Colleen Tracy. In 4th from Wolfpack, Chase Massimino. In 3rd from Blue Tides, Ava Gambosi. In 2nd place, Sharks, Jaylene Ortiz. And our girls 10 and under 200 freestyle champion for 2019 in a new meet record time of 2:00.18 from Chicago Wolfpack, Raquel Maldonado. Congratulations.
Okay, we are back picking that action right up. Again, this will be heat number 2. This is event number 70. Again, the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. We had an explanation by Bill a few minutes ago.
Yeah, the challenge here for these kids is, really it's more psychological at this point.
Yep.
Obviously, swimming 100 free, of the race is going to be, there's going to be a physical aspect of that. But really, this is different. It's a new experience. It's not what you planned for. So how you handle that is going to have a big impact on your performance here.
Yeah, let me give you those lane assignments once again. In lane 1 at the bottom of your screen, it's Isaac Litwiller from the Wolfpack. Swimming unattached in lane 2 is Alexander Ivascu. Redbird Swim Club is represented in lane 3. That's Leighton Harms. Joshua Wang's in lane 4 from Patriot Aquatic. NASA Wildcat is in lane 5. That's Aiden Kaplan. Palatine Park District is in lane 6. That's Matthew Karasek. Sam Grosjean is in lane 7 from Waves Bloomington. St. Charles Swim Team is in lane 8. That's Matthew Lemke. Yanizan Cortez is in lane 9 for Mannheim Swim Club. And in lane 10 at the top of your screen, it will be William Klaus representing West Swim Club. So we're going to make sure all of these young men are aware of what's going on. Again, this is a brief delay. Explaining.
I think it's a stalling tactic.
Yeah. Well, even in the 10 and under age groups, you see a little bit of sportsmanship and gamesmanship. There's no doubt about that, Bill.
Well, I do see one of the officials walking down, talking to each of the swimmers.
Yep.
Probably just verifying, make sure we have the right kids in the right heat, right lanes, and, again, giving them another minute or two to get some more rest. Again, at this point, when this race is swum, really won't have an impact. I mean, we're not going to, by waiting a couple more minutes now, doesn't bring it closer to any other event. So
right.
I don't know if they have a time in mind that they are drop dead 10 minutes or 7 minutes or something along those lines. 10 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes is usually common that you want to. We certainly would have passed the 5-minute mark, but perhaps they're giving them a 10-minute minimum.
Sure, I can imagine that, but I'm sure at the same time though these young men are ready to hit the
I think
pool.
so too.
Again, these are incredible young athletes. They spend a lot of time in the pool. They swim multiple events. And again, even though there was a bit of an issue with that heat number 2, I am sure they are ready to get it moving.
I totally agree with you.
But again, that is a good point. The officials want to, I guess, keep the kids from themselves in a way. You want to just make sure that they don't overwork themselves, overtire themselves. Give them, the young guys, enough time for their bodies to cool down, even though in their mind they're probably about ready to go.
I bet they're wearing them. Their minds are spinning about a mile a minute.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, you can tell by the demeanor of everybody on the deck that they're looking for a certain time here, and so, I'm sure the official told them, hey, we're going to start at this time, so don't get every athlete has a pre-game, pre-meet, pre-race routine.
Sure.
And this is no different. So, there's a timeline that you follow to get yourself psyched up for a race, and don't want these kids getting at that high energy level and sitting there for 2 minutes wired. And so, but that moment may have passed.
Yeah, I think so. Again, these young men, you can sort of see the nervous energy, sort of within these young men, these young athletes, and again, they're ready to get it moving. But again, good work by the officials, making sure they want to keep them to a certain time standard.
Yeah, we see it's 2:37 right now. My guess is that when the clock hits 2:38, we're going to start turning some whistles. And there we go.
All right, we are ready for the start. Once again, this is Heat 2, Event 70, the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle relay.
Very likely a 10-minute break that they gave them, and I think that's why they waited until 2:38.
That definitely makes sense, Bill. In the blocks these young men are. And they are off and in the water. No issues with this one. We are underway. Heat number 2, boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle relay, or freestyle, and they are approaching their first turn. Of course, it is a close grouping at the start.
Yeah, we see Matt Karasak in lane from Palatine in the middle of the pulleys. A little bit of a slow start. He was the one swimmer that swam the full 100 earlier, so we'll keep an eye on him for sure. Want to keep an eye on, but right now it looks like lane 10, William Klaus from West, that's out to the early lead. And also it's on both sides. Isaac Litwiller is also up there, and lane 2.
Alexander Ivascu.
Yep, is he and William Klaus on top and bottom of the screen are out in the early lead. But right now it's the bottom of your screen, lanes 2 and 3 that look like to be pulling ahead. Alexander Ivascu, who's swimming unattached. He's affiliated with the Chicago Park District, and Leighton Harms from Woodbird. The reason a swimmer would be unattached is if they swim for one club and then switch clubs, they have to swim unattached for 120 days. So most likely that's what happened with Alexander.
Okay, that is great information for those who may not know at home. Approaching a 50-yard split, that was a 34.69, lane 3, doing work, Leighton Harms.
Leighton looks really good too, and
he's got about a body length lead now on that last turn over lane 2. That is Alexander Ivascu swimming unattached. Approaching 150 yards now. Again, it is Alexander Harms with a lead at this point. Let's check his split time. 35.17, 149.3 out.
I have to ask Coach John Almeida. There's a Harms family from that area, and I don't know if this is their son or, but some really talented swimmers down in that neck of the woods. So we'll have to do a little research on that. But yeah, right now, boy, Leighton's just tearing up this heat, and we have to go back and check the tape and see how far he swam the first time around. But he definitely came to swim this heat, and there's also an interesting factor here that these guys now have the advantage of knowing what it's going to take to get top 10, and so winning your heat big here, 214.4. Don't know if that's going to get top 10 because there were a couple 211s in heat 3 plus all of heat 4. So don't know if that's going to make the medal stand, but boy, what a big swim for Leighton.
Yanijan Cortez in lane 9. He'll touch second with a 218.14. Coming in third, that is lane 5, Aiden Kaplan from Nassau Wildcat with a 218.28.
Yeah, kudos to these guys that got best times after all that drama.
Agreed. A great swim, gentlemen. So
we will probably go to the awards now for event 70.
Yep, I think we are going to take that break, or are we?
Looks like they've got these girls ready to go, but
yep.
I see officials milling about, so it doesn't look like it. It would be. I think it's important to keep with the schedule. I think for the athletes in general, we're going to totally change everything for one heat. I not be my recommendation to swim this heat. I would just wait. Let's get back on schedule, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. Again, we're going to take a break here, and again, we will pick it back up with event number 71, the girls 10 and under 100 IM. We will now throw it down to the pool deck for some awards.
And they did have the finalists. Oops. Oh no, that's fine. That's good.
Awards for event 70 boys, 200 freestyle. In 10th place from Sage Y, Ignis Venslauskas. In 9th place from NASA Wildcat, Jay Huang. In 8th place from Academy Bullets, Patrick O'Connor. In 7th place from Maverick, Michael Wilhite. In 6th place from Hornet, Alexander Ozdalski. In 5th place from Ladoff Y, Velazar Filipov. In 4th place, NASA Wildcats, Devin Bone. In 3rd place from Academy Bullets, Thomas Caicedo. In 2nd place from Chicago Wolfpack, Cale Chow. And your 2019 Illinois Swimming Boys 10 and under 200 freestyle champion from Hornet Swim Club, Luke Vatev. Congratulations, gentlemen.
All right, right back into the action as we had those awards for the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. We are on event number 71 now. It is the girls 10 and under 100-yard individual medley. Illinois record set in 2016 by Leah Hayes. And the meet record, well, excuse me, that state record was 102.06 set by Ms. Hayes. The meet record is 104.90 set in 2016 by Michelle Feng. And let me give you those lane assignments. This is heat 1 of 5. At the bottom of your screen, it'll be Kiani Martinez from Swift Aquatics. Salalas Fong, excuse me if I mispronounced that name, from Fox Valley Swim is in lane 2. Reagan McDonald is in lane 3 from Lakeshore. Gloria Yoon is in lane 4 from Nutria Aquatics. Fox Valley Park is in lane 5. That's Kate Coral. Maya Staniszewski from Chicago Park District is in lane 6. Chloe Pyatt is in lane 7 from the Maverick Swim Club. The Chicago Wolfpack, once again, is in lane 8. That is Morgan Haddix. Miley Earhart is in lane 9 from the Marlins. And representing the Blue Tides, we have Lila Abbott in lane 10 at the top of your screen. Young ladies are in the water now. Once again, this is the girls 10 and under 100-yard individual medley. Approaching their first turn, that is doing good work in lane 6, Maya Staniszewski from CPD.
Yeah, Chicago Park District, and she's out to a big lead. You know, it's obviously we've seen her earlier. She's a really strong butterflyer. You know, we've talked about the IMs earlier and the individual medleys. They're going to go on after the backstroke. They go to breaststroke. But Maya's got a really great hand speed on the backstroke.
And touching that wall first is Maya Staniszewski in lane 6 with a 31.98.
And you might have noticed that when she hit the wall, she tucked her head back and brought her feet right over the top and did a back somersault. That is legal. All the other swimmers chose to do an open turn. You just have to hit the wall on your back and then push off on your stomach. So touch the wall with your hand on the back and then come on your stomach any way you want to do it. Kids, different challenge with Maya's turn is that you lose a little bit of air on the transition. So interesting strategy for her, but it's definitely paying off.
Yeah, lane 1, though, however, that is Kiani Martinez from Swift Aquatics, who is going to hit that wall and touch it first. It's going to be Kiani Martinez from Swift with a 39.32 split. Her time is 1:12.44.
I need to get those coaches to move back so I can see lane 1.
Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it, Bill? As we are on into heat number 2 of 5, I should say. This is the girls 10 and under 100-yard IM in lane 1. That is Julia Bartula from Academy Bullets. Sage YMCA is in lane 2. That's Penelope Brereton. Nellie Sandor is in lane 3 from Scout. Mariposa Arroyo from the Wolfpack is in lane 4. Molly O'Connell is in lane 5 from Academy Bullets. The Wolfpack is in lane 6. That's Brianna Mingmong. Ella Giblin is in lane 7 from Palos Orland. Caroline Welch is in lane 8 from Lions. Hannah Wesner is in lane 9 from Oak Forest. And Alexa Barajas is in lane 10 at the top of your screen from Joliet Y Jets.
Molly O'Connell taking the early lead. She's a strong backstroker, which is odd because she comes from a family of breaststrokers, but we'll see how that plays out for her. But Molly with the early lead, but it is a really, really close race down in lane 2. We see Penelope Brereton. We've seen her in some finals this week, too, in final heats. So, but Molly O'Connell's hanging on, Academy Bullets.
Yep, as they are on the breaststroke part of this 100-yard IM, they will transition to the freestyle to bring it on home.
Nelly Sandor in lane 3 from Scott Aquatics making a move on the breaststroke. Molly O'Connell with a slight lead from Academy Bullets, and we look 2 lanes up from her is Brianna Mingmong from Chicago Wolfpack, and it's going to come down.
Very close here at the wall. It's going to be Molly O'Connell in lane 5 from the Academy Bullets with a 1:13.83 time. Coming in second, that is Nelly Sandor with a 1:14.16. As we move on to heat number 3 of 5 now, I'll give you those lane assignments at the bottom of your screen. We have Karina Miller in lane 1. Claire Murphy is in lane 2. Sophia Yu is in lane 3. Chase Massimino is in lane 4. Sophia Pieter is in lane 5 from Fox Valley. Maddie O'Malley is in lane 6. Ava Wallen is in lane 7. Gabriella McCracken is in lane 8. Ava Burns in lane 9. And at the top of your screen is Nadia Kowalski from Torpedo Swim Team in lane 10.
Gabrielle McCracken, lane 8, out in the early lead up there at the top of your screen from Chicago Park District. But in lane 4, we see Chase Massimino. We've seen her a lot this week from Chicago Wolfpack. A little peek at the wall there, it looked like, but stroking nicely into the wall now. And Chase takes the lead.
That not a very good split, though. A little awkward was that turn from Chase Massimino. Cost her a little bit of time.
I think she was looking to the right, and the wall actually came up on her left arm, and I think she got caught a little bit there. But I saw her sneaking a little peek there, too. I think her coaches are probably going to talk to her about that. But
she's
keep
still
your
got the lead
eyes
at this
forward and
point.
stay focused in your lane. But, man, everything she's doing seems to be working. So Chase Massimino opening up a monster lead in lane 4. Chicago Wolfpack swimmers are having a great weekend.
That
dominating
they are.
the team.
Chase Massimino is going to finish off this race, hitting that wall first in lane 4 with a 38.83 split. Her final time is a 111.39. Coming in second is Gabriella McCracken with a 114.76. And in third, Claire Murphy with a 115.01 as we move on to heat number 4 now. 4 or 5, girls 10 and under. 100-yard IM in lane 1. That is Amelia Aguila from Glenbrook. Josephine Dunn is in lane 2. Grayson Gigiano, excuse me if I messed that last name up, is in lane 3. Tamara Kret is in lane 4. Chloe Prokos is in lane 5. Leah Stodola is in lane 6. Renata Gomez in lane 7. Claire Donnelly in lane 8. Peyton Mentally in lane 9. And Peyton Cruz in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
And it is neck and neck on the fly leg. You got Kret, Prokos, Stodola all in a tight race right now. Lane 1 also, you've got Amelia Aguila from Glenbrook out there with the leaders. But it is actually Peyton Mentally from Arlington in lane 9 that takes the early lead. And right next, but you look in the middle of the pool, in lane 6 is Leah Stodola, and she's definitely getting after the breaststroke here.
Yeah, lane 5.
Oh, I'm sorry, lane 5, lane 5.
Chloe Prokos
Yep.
from HPAC, bringing it home in the final turn as she starts her freestyle.
That's Highland Park Aquatic Club, and man, she is just dominating this race right now, start to finish. She did have the fastest seat time, so that's not uncommon, but boy, she has a great swim going.
Chloe Prokos from Highland Park, gonna touch that wall first with a 111.25. Peyton Mentally coming in second, and Grayson Gigiano with a 113.13 in third. As we move on now to the final heat. Girls 10 and under 100-yard IM in lane 1, Alexandra Casanovas. In lane 2, Natasha Mantel. In lane 3, Jaylene Ortiz. In lane 4, Ava Gambozi. In lane 5, the standout Raquel Maldonado. In lane 6, Olivia Music. Mia Rogers in lane 7. Alexia Brockman in lane 8. Kylie Sullins in lane 9. And at the top of your screen in lane 10 is Colleen Tracy.
So you got to speak quicker when Raquel's in the water. She might get done with the race before we get done with the names. But Raquel is off to a blistering speed. 102.90 is her best time. And she is out in 28 seconds. We know she can swim breaststroke and freestyle, so this will be interesting. She's going to be, I think the 104.9 meet record is definitely in jeopardy. Let's see if she can hold on to the 102, if she's fast enough for that 102.0 record held by Leah Hayes.
The Wolfpack representative in lane 5, Raquel Maldonado, continues to impress, bringing it home on her final turn.
Touching second next to her is Olivia Music, also having a great swim, but man, totally overshadowed by this state meet record performance and potentially state record performance just
in the blink of an eye. Raquel Maldonado hitting that wall first with a 102.81. Olivia Music is second with a 108.69, and Ava Gambosi is third with a 109.31.
That 102.81 is the state meet record. Shatters the old record of a 104.9 by 2 seconds, just slightly off the 102.06 state overall state record.
As we are in event number 72 now, it's the boys' turn. Their 10 and under 100-yard individual medley. We will start in lane 3. That is Theodore O'Donnell from Nassau Wildcat. Cats Aquatic is in lane 4. That's Enzo Desviat. Evan Johnson is in lane 5 from Kishwaukee YMCA. The Wolfpack is in lane 6. That's James Guth. And forgive me if I get this name wrong, but in lane 6, I'm just going to give you his last name. It's Dobrin Orzika from Nassau Wildcat.
He's got a long last name, so our program cuts off his first name, so we don't have his whole first name there. But right now, lane 3, Theodore O'Donnell is off to a huge lead. Good fast hand speeds from Nassau Wildcat. State meet record is a 105.32. The state record is a 102.01. State meet records must be performed at this meet. The state record can be formed for any swimmer who's an Illinois Swimming registered swimmer, can do it anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world for that matter, as long as it's a sanctioned event. So those are the differences between how our records are set up.
Yeah, that is lane 7, the top of your screen, and also lane 3 at the bottom. Lane 7, Dobrin Orzika, and lane 3, that is Theodore O'Donnell from Nassau Wildcat.
A couple of Nassau Wildcat teammates that probably do this every day in practice, racing each other, and they're going at it right now, and definitely
bringing it home. I think that's lane 3. It looks like Theodore O'Donnell going to hit that wall first. Let's give you his time. It'll be 1:14.46 for Theodore O'Donnell, and Dobrin Orzika in lane 7 will be second with a 1:14.79. As we move on now to heat number 2 of 5. These are the boys 10 and under 100-yard IM. In lane 1,
the 8-year-old.
The 8-year-old, again, I won't attempt his first name, but that is Rozdolski in lane 1. Braden Wu is in lane 2. Maxton Pomakowski is in lane 3 from Wildcat Swimming. St. Charles is in lane 4. That's Thomas McMillan. Aiden Ward in lane 5. Isaac Litwiller in lane 6. Thomas Rogowski in lane 7. John Treadwell in lane 8. Timur Argonov in lane 9. And Ethan Kim in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
Very, very tight field. I think that's Dimitro Rodzalski in lane 1. But, boy, an 8-year-old is so rare. I mean, it's like a unicorn. I mean, you just don't see them very, very often. So
he's got to be really good.
State qualifying time in this event.
Indeed. Coming up on that first 50 split, it is lane 4 with a 33.5, Thomas McMillan from St. Charles.
And right behind him is Thomas Rogotsky in lane 7. So now we'll see how the breaststrokes look out. But and it looks like lane 7, Thomas Rogowski from Academy Bullets is starting to take the lead. But it's very, very tight. Lane 2 also, Braden Wu from New Trier, also right there with him. So you can select him. Braden Wu with a great turn.
Yeah, great turn.
Jumps out in front of the heat. And he's got a nice little kick going there. But keep an eye on Thomas Rogowski. He's got a good swim going too. And these guys are going to go 1-2, it looks like, in this heat.
Bringing it home is Braden Wu. He's going to touch first with a 1:14.28. Coming in second is Thomas Rogowski from Academy Bullets with a 1:14.58. As we're moving right along here, this will be heat number 3 of 5.
Yeah, Isaac Litwiller in that heat was 9th, and he was seated much higher, but I think he was one of the guys in that 200 free, so we might see some of that play out throughout the day.
Again, heat number 3, lane 1, we'll have Alexis Biga from Maverick. Braden Capon is in lane 2. Yanijan Cortez in lane 3. Rohan Babul in lane 4. Sam Grosjean in lane 5. Aiden Kaplan in lane 6. Patrick O'Connor in lane 7. Leo Popko in lane 8. Alexander Ivascu in lane 9. And Matthew Lemke at the top of your screen in lane 10.
Lane 3, Yanazan Cortez from Mannheim Swim Club with the lead. But now it's Patrick O'Connor, the backstroker from Academy Bullets, taking over the heat. And looks like Patrick's going to hit the wall first.
Halfway point
And
here.
also Braden Capon from Academy Bullets is right there with him. Very, very tight field. Still first to 10 is anybody's ball game right now.
33.02 by Braden Capon in lane 2 was that 50-yard split.
And looks like Patrick O'Connor still has the lead from Academy Bullets. And but Rohan Babul from Wild is starting to make a move in the breaststroke. And right next to Patrick O'Connor, Leo Popko from Coho also making a move.
Final turn here. Yep, it is a pretty tight grouping. We have a few young swimmers trying to bring it home first.
Patrick O'Connor, Academy Bullets, and Leo Popko from Coho Swim Club taking over the lead of this heat, and it is Patrick O'Connor with the win. Leo Popko second from Coho. And Sam Grosjean really came back from behind on that freestyle leg with a 38.0 split, one of the fastest in the heat from Bloomington Normal Y with the third place finish.
Heat number 4 now in lane 1, bottom of your screen, Yuri Rogashev from Tops YMCA in lane 1, Arun Kaura in lane 2, Jay Huang in lane 3, Josiah Aguado in lane 4, William Mahorny in lane 5, Monk Zog in lane 6, Leighton Harms in lane 7, Daniel Snitkowski in lane 8, Matthew Karasek in lane 9, and Gunnar Hinger in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
Leighton Harms first at the first turn. We saw him in the last event too. He won that Heat 2 reswim in the 200 free just a little bit ago. But the back circles are really coming, and we're starting to see the swimmers down at the bottom of the pool. Looks like Jay Huang and Josiah Aguado are moving up.
32.47 is Josiah Aguado in lane 4 in that first 50 yards.
And Leighton Harms had the second fastest split there. So now we'll see who the breaststrokers are, and starting to see the lane 5, I believe it is, and that's William Mahoney from Springfield Y, and then lane 8.
4, that is Josiah Aguado having a great breaststroke as they now transition to the freestyle.
And Daniel Snitskovsky in lane 8 also. And looks like lane 7, I'm sorry, that's Leighton Harms still dominating this field.
Bringing it home to the wall.
From the 200 free. Wow, look at that tempo coming in. He just turned it over.
He did. That is Leighton Harms. He's going to touch first with a 110.46. Josiah Aguado in lane 4 coming in second with a 111.02. As we move along now, we are in the final heat for the boys 10 and under 100-yard individual medley. In lane 1, Kuba Pamula. In lane 2, Kale Chow. In lane 3, Thomas Casido. Noah Chen is in lane 4. Luke Vatev in lane 5. Gage Helfrich in lane 6. Alexander Rozdolski in lane 7. John Spellers in lane 8. Joshua Wang in lane 9. And Jared Goldstein at the top of your screen in lane 10.
A lot of the swimmers we've seen in championship finals throughout. So we've got few state champions in this heat already. And once again, we're going to look at the middle of the pool. Luke Vatev, the 9-year-old sensation from Hornet Swim Club. And Hornet's got 3 really, really strong, including that 8-year-old too we saw earlier, Dimitros. So Luke Vatev touches first, no surprise there.
29.58.
Alexander Radalski, his teammate, also touching second right behind him. And then, but coming up alongside from the Kishwaukee YMCA, Gage Helfrich. We've seen him quite a bit. Lane 6, making a great move in the breaststroke.
He's got a lead now as they approach that final turn.
Oh, we finally found Luke's kryptonite. It looks like it's
looks
a
like breaststroke.
But look at him coming the freestyle.
Yeah, he made up that ground quickly, did Luke Vatev. It's going to be Luke Vatev and Gage Helfrich who will touch that wall first. It is going to be really close. It is Luke Vatev with a comeback in the last 25 yards, touching at a 105.63. Gage Helfrich in lane 6 will be second with a 105.71. Kale Chow in lane 2 in third with a 108.12.
You know, it's interesting when you have, young swimmers, you don't want to get too excited about these young kids because so much can happen in their career. But when you see 2 kids like that race as hard as they do, if you keep that hunger, you're going to go a long way in the sport.
Yeah, those young men have greatness ahead of them, that is for sure. So we will take a break now. We will give you the awards for events number 71 and 72, the girls and boys. 10 and under 100 IM. We will pick it back up with event number 73. These are the sprints. We'll start with the girls, 10 and under 50-yard butterfly.
Doing the things you love to do just got a lot easier. Because now in Illinois, you no longer need a prescription to start physical therapy. At Athletico, our physical therapists help people overcome pain and discomfort. Schedule a free assessment at Athletico and start feeling better today. And keep on doing the things you love to do. Athletico Physical Therapy. Better for every body.
Awards for event 72 boys, 10 and under 100 IM. In 10th place from Academy Bullets, Patrick O'Connor. In 9th place from Fox Valley Riptide, Josiah Aguado. In 8th place from Redbird, Leighton Harms. In 7th place from Academy Bullets, Thomas Caicedo. In 6th place, NASA Wildcats, Jared Goldstein. In 5th place from Hornet, Alexander Rozdelsky. 4th place from Wolfpack, John Spellers. 3rd place also from Wolfpack, Kale Chow. In 2nd place from Kishwaukee Y, Gage Helfrich. And your 2019 Illinois Swimming Boys 10 and under 100 individual medley champion from Hornet Swim Club, Luke Vatev. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Picking it back up with event number 73. These are the girls. Here's the sprint races, Bill. They're 10 and under 50-yard butterfly. We'll give you those names really quick. In lane 4, in the middle of your screen, it'll be Vanya Goyakovic from NASA Wildcat. Diana Bobiv is in lane 5. Sophia Chin is in lane 6. And Gloria Yoon is in lane 7 from New Trier.
Yeah, there's nothing to this race. Get up and go. Got to hit the turn, hit the finish.
Yeah, no time for energy saving here.
No.
This is a straight sprint. One turn, and they are in the water. Again, heat 1 of 6. Girls 10 and under 50-yard butterfly.
And out to the early lead at the bottom of your screen is Vanya Gojakovic. I knew I could get it before she finished. But we'll look for Sophia Chan from Chicago Wolfpack also coming up alongside. Looks like those two are.
Gojakovic, I think, took a peek to see who was behind her. It looks like she'll touch that wall first, though. Lane 4, Vanya Gojakovic with a 33.04 time. Moving right along. This is heat number 2 of 6. Lane number 1, Cassidy Stoffel. Lane number 2, Maya Staniszewski. Lane number 3, Karina Miller. Lane 4, Lauren Buki. Claire Wood is in lane 5. Ava Wallen is in lane 6. Alexa Barajas is in lane 7. Hannah Wesner is in lane 8. Abigail Wisman is in lane 9. And Penelope Brereton is in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
Looks like lane 2 is out to the early lead, and that's Maya Staniszewski from Chicago Park District. And I'm looking at Karina Miller from West, also in this swimming a tough race. And lane 7, Alexis Barajas also.
Touching the wall first, however, will be Alexa Barajas in lane 7 with a 32.67.
And who is second?
That is
Maya Staniszewski.
Yep.
I'll give you a shot at the name this time.
Heat number 3 now. Kate Coral in lane 1. Ashley Wyatt in lane 2. Ashley Gochi in lane 3. Morgan Haddix in lane 4. Margaret Karpakis in lane 5. Abby Pobosny in lane 6. Julia Bartula in lane 7. Aria Grossenbach in lane 8. Ella Giblin in lane 9. And Lola Baker in lane 10.
And again, I'm looking at Lola Baker from Lions up in lane 10, but also in the middle of the pool from the Chicago Wolfpack is Margaret Karpakis. We've seen her a lot this week.
We have these young ladies bringing it home.
Margaret is taking the lead, but on lane 9 also, Ella Giblin, who also had a great meet.
Margaret Karpakis, though, will touch first with a 32.68.
And her teammate Morgan Haddix is second.
Heat number 4 now. In lane 1, Reagan McDonald. In lane 2, Brianna Mingmong. In lane 3, Sarah Holtzman. Stella Tomlinson in lane 4. Grace Koenig-Song in lane 5. Chloe Prokos in lane 6. Gabriella Simon in lane 7. Genevieve Dalponte in lane 8. Annie Locke in lane 9. And Josephine Dumb at the top of your screen in lane 10.
Yeah, lane 6 and lane 8 right now. That's Chloe Prokos. She's been having a great meet. And Genevieve Delapont from Lincoln Way also having a great meet. So that's Chloe Prokos from Highland Park. But both these girls are having great meets, and they are moving out ahead of this field. But it is Genevieve Delapont who is going to touch the wall first, it looks like. Ooh, she took an extra stroke, but she was still able to get to the wall first.
32-2-0 from Genevieve Delponte in lane 8. As we are moving again right along, this is heat 5 of 6. In lane 1, we'll have Peyton Minley, Jaylene Ortiz in lane 2, Molly O'Connell in lane 3, Caroline Welch in lane 4, Gabriella McCracken in lane 5, Amelia Aguila in lane 6, Kylie Sullins is in lane 7, Alicia Zoznika is in lane 8, Grayson Gigiano is in lane 9, Colleen Tracy at the top of your screen in lane 10.
And in that last heat, lane 1, Reagan McDonald snuck in for second place. And like we've talked about, that's at the bottom of your screen. It's kind of hard to see those swimmers because of the coaches right up along the edge of the pool cheering their swimmers on and giving some in-race coaching advices.
Yep, looks like a brief delay. We're going to let the previous heat out of the water. And
they are testing the starting system.
Yep, looks like a malfunction there.
He pushes the button, the clock starts going. Everything seems to be functioning perfectly.
All right, now we can begin heat 5 of 6. In the water they go. This is the second to last heat. Girls 10 and under 50-yard fly.
A lot of swimmers in this heat that we've seen throughout. Right now it looks like lane 5, Gabrielle McCracken from Chicago Park District having a really nice meet. And also in lane 2, Jaylene Ortiz from SST. That's Shark Swim Club, and also having a really, really nice meet too. And
Final few
looks
yards.
like Jaylene at the Ortiz in lane 2, and it is.
With a 30.92, Jaylene Ortiz's touches, and Gabriella McCracken with a 31.12 is in second as we move on to the final heat. 6 of 6. Lane 1, Chase Massimino. Lane 2, Sophia Yu. Mia Rogers, lane 3. Leah Stodola in lane 4. The star Raquel Maldonado in lane 5.
Go faster.
Olivia Music in lane 6. Alexia Brockman in lane 7. Renata Gomez in lane 8. Claire Wang in lane 9. And Alexandra Casanovas in lane 10.
Raquel Maldonado having a great meet. She's already seated well under the state record and state meet record, 28.11 by Lily Reeder and 28.15 by Lily Reeder.
We are going to break another state record here. Is Ms. Raquel Maldonado. She's going to touch that wall first with a 27.60, continuing to outshine her opponents in this age group.
Leah Stodola from Patriot Aquatic Club was second with a 31.06. You know, you just don't win your heat by 4 seconds in this type of competition very often. Claire Wang in third, 31.08, so just 2/100ths of a second behind her teammate. Patriot Aquatic Club goes 2-3 in that event.
On to event number 74 now. It is the boys' turn. They're 10 and under 50-yard butterfly. Lane 1 is Braden Wu. Lane 2, Jesse Shireman. Lane 3, Maxton Pomakowski. Lane 4, Jason Avram. Jordan Sangoleye is in lane 5. Caden McLarty is in lane 6. Casper Liska is in lane 7. Joshua Liu is in lane 8. And Andrew Sun is in lane 9 at the top.
Really tight to start. Can't even really pick anybody except maybe lane 2, Jesse Sherman. And then in lane 5 also, Chicago Park District, Jordan. I'm sorry. I cannot read that blue font. Sangolay.
Bringing it on home, approaching those flags. So final few yards here. It looks like it may be lane 2.
Oh, he took an extra stroke, but he still got into the wall first. So
Jesse Shireman will touch the wall with a 32.88.
Andrew Sun at the top of your screen, 33.0 with lane 9 with the second place finish.
David Alaru will be in lane 1 for heat number 2. Aiden Ward is in lane 2. Hayden Plosel is in lane 3. Cooper Franz is in lane 4. Yuri Rogashev is in lane 5. Isaac Litwiller is in lane 6. Srivardhan Amaravati is in lane 7. Daniel Snitkovsky is in lane 8. Jack Hannon in lane 9. And Timothy Sardak is in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
We see Isaac Litwiller in lane 6. This is his third race in a row, so we'll see how he hangs up on this. But it is a 50, and he can get to really get after it. But right there, right now at the top of your screen, it looks like Jack Hannon from Lions is taking the early lead. But right there in the middle, Isaac Litwiller from Wolfpack looks pretty strong also.
A really tight grouping, bringing it home to the finish.
And lane 3 from Oak Park.
Who's going to hit first? It's going to be Cooper Franz in lane 4 with a 32.79. Yuri Rogashev in lane 5 is second with a 32.91.
Cooper Franz from the Funky Fish.
As we go to heat 3 now, Theodore O'Donnell will be in lane 1. Leo Popko will be in lane 2. Josiah Aguado in 3. Aiden Kaplan in 4. Thomas McMillan in 5. William Mahorny in lane 6. Kuba Pamula in lane 7. Leighton Harms in lane 8, Yanajan Cortez in lane 9, and Samuel Konigsberg is in lane 10 at the top of your screen. Really close.
It is second to last heat, so these guys will be figuring into the medal count, the medal awards potentially. If you can win this heat, Aiden Kaplan lane 4 with the early lead, but right now it's it looks like lane 8, Leighton Harms, or lane 6, William Mahoney.
It is going to be
Harms
close.
Having a great day today. Seems to be winning a lot of his heats.
Touching that wall first is lane 5, Thomas McMillan with a 31.01. Kuba Pamula will be second with a 31.22.
Yeah, Thomas McMillan really had a very, very strong finish and hit that wall with a great finish. Got right on their wall to take that heat.
Final heat now of the boys 10 and under 50-yard butterfly. Patrick O'Connor in lane 1, Devin Bone in lane 2, Thomas Casito in lane 3, Kale Chow lane 4, Luke Vatev lane 5, Gage Helfrich lane 6, Velazar Filipov lane 7, Jonathan Richardson in lane 8, Michael Willite in lane 9, and at the top, Ian Bolin in lane 10.
State meet record, Joshua Knoll, 28-19. Noah Aguado, 27-18. It's important to know that any time that you have Luke Vatek, Gage Helfrich in the same heat, these guys have been going after it. These two are stroke for stroke.
Yeah, it is way too close.
Velazar Filipov right there also.
Gage Helfrich, though, in lane 6, going to touch that wall first with a 28.86. Luke Vatev in second with a 29.06. Velazar Filipov is going to touch third with a 29.41. As that'll do it for event number 74. And event number 73, the boys and girls 10 and under 50-yard butterfly. We will have a break in the action. We're going to have some awards. We'll pick it back up with event number 75, the girls 10 and under 100-yard backstroke.
Doing the things you love to do just got a lot easier. Because now in Illinois, you no longer need a prescription to start physical therapy. At Athletico, our physical therapists help people overcome pain and discomfort. Schedule a free assessment at Athletico and start feeling better today. And keep on doing the things you love to do. Athletico Physical Therapy. Better for every body.
Butterfly. In 10th place from Wolfpack, Chase Massimino. In 9th place from Mundelein Mustangs, Grayson Gigiano. In 8th place from Fox Valley Riptides, Alexandra Casanovas. In 7th from Wolfpack, Alexia Brockman. In 6th from Chicago Park District, Gabriela McCracken. In 5th from NASA Wildcat, Olivia Music. In 4th place from Patriot, Claire Wang. In 3rd place from Patriot, Leah Stadola. In 2nd place from Shark Swim Club, Jaylene Ortiz. And our 2019 Illinois Swimming Girls 10 and Under 50 Butterfly Champion in a new meet and state record time of 27.60 seconds from Chicago Wolfpack, Raquel Maldonado. Congratulations, ladies. Awards for event 74, boys 10 and under 50 butterfly. In 10th place from Academy Bullets, Patrick Patty Cake O'Connor. In 9th place from McHenry Marlins, Ian Boland. In 8th place from Academy Bullets, Thomas Caicedo. In 7th place from Maverick, Michael Wilhite. In 6th place, NASA Wildcats, Devin Bone. In 5th place from Wolfpack, Cale Chow. In 4th place from Homewood Flossmoor, Jonathan Richardson. In 3rd place from Ladoff Y, Velazar Filipov. In 2nd place from Hornet Swim Club, Luke Vatev. And your 2019 Illinois Swimming Boys 10 and under 50 Butterfly Champion from Kishwaukee YMCA, Gage Helfrich. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Back in action now. We will pick it up with the next event. It is 75. The girls 10 and under 100-yard breaststroke. We will kick things off. 4 swimmers in this first heat. 1 of 4. In lane 4, it is Jamia White swimming unattached. In lane 5, we'll have Caroline Welch from Lions Aquatics. Glenbrook Swim Club is in lane 6. That's Amelia Aguila. And Nadia Kowalski from Torpedo Swim Team is in lane 7. Illinois record for this event is 109.13, set in 2016 by a familiar name, Ms. Leah Hayes. And the meet record is 110.56, set in 2016, set by Michelle Feng.
And it is Nadia Kowalski in lane 7, out to the early lead. She is from the Torpedo Swim Team.
Yep, that is Nadia Kowalski, top of your screen, but having a pretty good swim so far. That is lane 5, Caroline Welch from Lions Aquatic, as they are approaching that halfway point, first 50-yard split.
She's out in 40.4, nice opening split. Actually, all these girls are out pretty good. 127, they're all 127-100 breaststrokers, so we'll see if they bunch up again coming into the finish.
A half a second behind her was Caroline Welch in lane 5. "75 yards coming up here. It is.
So you're going to block the camera.
That is Nadia Kowalski with about a body length lead at this point. She's having a very strong breaststroke, but it is a close race for second, as that is lane 4, Jamia White swimming unattached, and lane 5, Caroline Welch. But bringing it home, it is Nadia Kowalski. She's going to touch first with a 124.89.
Yeah, Nadia took that race coast to coast. The rest of the swimmers kind of started to work their way back into the field, but Nadia with a really strong swim there.
Heat number 2 now, 2 of 4. In lane 1, we have Sophia Pieter from Fox Valley. Morgan Haddix is in lane 2. Julia Bartula is in lane 3. Claire Murphy is in lane 4. Salia Fong is in lane 5. Ava Burns in lane 6. Natalia Queenar in lane 7. Sari Golding in lane 8. Sophia Murphy in lane 9. And Lauren Buki is in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
And in lane 4, in the early lead, it's Claire Murphy from Lincoln Way Swim Association, one of our hosts for this meet. And lane 5, coming up alongside of her, is Salia Fong. Salila?
40.08 on that first 50 split by Claire Murphy from Lincoln Way in lane 4. Come on. That was a great turn, lane 4 from Claire Murphy from Lincoln Way.
Yeah, she's maintained her lead. Down in lane number 2, we see Morgan Haddix from Chicago Wolfpack. And in lane 5, Salila Fong from Fox trying to make a move, but I think Claire Murphy's got this well in hand.
Bringing it home. Again, that is lane 4, Claire Murphy from Lincoln Way with a 43.2 split time. 123.28 is her timeout.
Thank you. In lane 1, we have Claire Wang from Patriot. Lane 2, Chloe Piot from Maverick Swim Club. Lane 3, Mariposa Arroyo from Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 4, Peyton Cruz from St. Charles. Lane 5, Kylie Sullins from Springfield. Lane 6, Miley Eckhart from Marlins 2. Lane 7, Jaylene Ortiz from Shark Swim Club. Lane 8, Molly O'Connell from Academy Bullet Swim Club. Nina Gatchell in lane 9 from McGaw. And in lane 10, Sophia Yu, Fox Valley Swim Team. And touching the wall first at the first turn is Jaylene Ortiz. We've seen a lot of her from the Shark Swim Club. She looks very, very strong. Lane number 4, looks like Kylie Sullins from Spy from Springfield YMCA making a move. Kylie looks pretty strong right here. It looks like she may take over the lead, but Jaylene Ortiz has been having a strong meet. It doesn't look like she's quite ready to give it the lead, and Jaylene got a chance to peek down. Take a look at the competition, but
it's going to be close, right? Again, that is lane 5.
Yeah, and that was Kylie Sullins from Spy. She had a great underwater pullout. Really, that was the difference so far in the race, is that third wall pullout.
Kylie Sullins bringing it home in lane 5 with a 121.64 time. Miley Earhart is second, and Jaylene Ortiz is third as we move along now to the 4th and final heat for the girls 10 and under 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 1, Alexandra Casanovas. Lane 2, Grace Koenig-Song. Lane 3, Tamara Kret. Lane 4, Alexia Brockman. Chloe Procus in lane 5. Claire Donnelly in lane 6. Nelly Sandor in lane 7. Maddie O'Malley in lane 8. Grayson Gigiano in lane 9. And Alicia Zolznika is at the top of your screen in lane 10.
And in the middle of the pool, as you would expect, we see Chloe Procos from Highland Park. Once again, lane 8, it is Maddie O'Malley's birthday today, so wish her a happy birthday if you know her and see her. But boy, Chloe Procos looks really, really strong right here. She is dominating this field. She's got a 3-second lead over the field in terms of her best time.
Approaching that first 50 split is Chloe Procus with a 34.13.
2-second lead over the rest of the field.
A very strong breaststroke from Chloe Procus from Highland Park. She is widening that lead as she approaches her 75-yard mark.
Yeah, she is absolutely dominating this field. Her first 50, 34-1. Very, very strong. Not quite fast enough, I don't think, to get a state meet record of 110.56. But she looks really, really good. She's going to be well faster than her seed time of a 1:15.1.
That she does. A dominating performance by Chloe Procus in lane 5, touching that wall with a 112.73. Now there is a race for second. Who's going to get there? It is Nelly Sandor from Scout with a 118.30.
Just ahead of Alexa Brockman from Chicago Wolfpack.
We are moving right along. This is event number 76 now. As we wrap up the 10 and under age group, it is the 100-yard breaststroke for the boys. In lane 2, Maxton Pomakalski. Suya Kubota is in lane 3. Robert Tijuk is in lane 4. Dimitro Rozdolski is in lane 5. Caleb Rosenfeld is in lane 6. Sullivan Gilmore is in lane 7. And at the top of your screen, we have Zidane Lamb in lane 8.
In lane 5, we have Dimitro Rodolski. He's the 8-year-old. And you can definitely see he's got a bit of a size disadvantage here. But coming into the first wall is Caleb Rosenfeld from Coho. Takes the early lead, but it is a tight field. Lane 2, Maxton Pomakalski from Wildcat Swim Organization.
Also, Suya Kubota in lane 3 from Lincoln Way having a strong breaststroke as well.
Yeah, it's a really tight field. We'll see how it opens up here, but it looks like Caleb Rosenfeld from Coho is going to touch the ball first, and he does. Right next to him is from Springfield Y is Sullivan Gilmore.
40.89 on that split time from Sullivan Gilmore in lane 7.
And actually, that kind of shows his finish. He really reached in, even though he's a little bit behind, his body's behind. He got those arms on the wall, those hands on the wall first. But once again, Caleb Rosenfeld from Coho with the strong pullout. But look at this little guy coming up in lane 5, starting to make a little bit of a move. And that's Dmitro Rozdalski.
In lane 5 is Dmitro Rozdalski, but it looks like that is the Coho representative. Caleb Rosenfeld in lane 6. Can he hold on to that lead? It's going to be close.
Sullivan Gilmore right there, stroke for stroke. It's going to matter who gets the stroke correct, and it was Caleb Rosenfeld. They were alternating strokes, and so just whoever had the right finish, who was able to extend into that wall in the turn versus the swimmer taking the stroke in that case.
127 flat for Caleb Rosenfeld as we move on to heat number 2 now. In lane 1, it'll be Cooper Franz. In lane 2 is Yuri Rogashev. Max Chu is in lane 3. Sean Harrelson is in lane 4. Dobreen Urzika is in lane 5. Lane Willis is in lane 6. Braden Wu is in lane 7. Evan Johnson is in lane 8. Drake Shepardson is in lane 9. And Matthew Lemke at the top of your screen in lane 10.
And out quickly from NASA Wild is our favorite name to say. It's Dobreen Urzika.
Yes, it
Wish
is.
we had a first name. Once
Yeah,
again, single column heats. I don't know why we don't have that.
Yep.
But anyway, so here we go. And he's dominating this heat early.
Also got to keep an eye. That is lane 1 at the bottom of your screen. Cooper Franz having a strong first 50 as well.
From the Funky Fish.
Hitting that wall first. It's going to be Franz with a 38.27 split time on that first 50. Dobreen Urzika with a 39.38.
Lane 1, bottom of the pool, a little bit of outside smoke there, so it's a swimming term for swimmers on the outside that can jump out in front of a heat, and that's what we're seeing right now from Cooper Franz. And Cooper Franz is extending his lead bit by bit with every stroke, and he does touch first, but
Dobreen Urzika definitely peaked down there. He knows where he's at as they bring this race home.
And you can definitely see that Mr. Dobreen Urzika has definitely picked up his tempo. And it's very hard to tell. They're very, very close right now.
Very close, Bill. I can't tell either. It is going to be a close finish. Taking it to the wall. It is Dobreen Urzika from the Wildcat with a 43.24 split, 122.62. And Cooper Franz is touching second with a 122.66. On to heat number 3 now. 3 of 4 for the boys in an under 100-yard breaststroke. Rohan Babul will be in lane 1. Jay Huang will be in lane 2. Alexander Ivascu will be in lane 3. Sam Grosjean will be in lane 4. Kuba Pamula will be in lane 5. Daniel Snitkovsky is in lane 6. Ethan Kim in lane 7. Josiah Aguado in lane 8. Matthew Karasek in lane 9. And Timur Arganov will be in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
See a lot of these swimmers getting on the medal podiums. This is a very deep group of 10 and under swimmers, and a lot of swimmers that are excelling in different specialities. So very, very interested to see the depth and the breadth of the kids in this age group this year.
Yeah, it is very impressive how deep the fields are as they approach their first 50-yard split. It is a close group. All of these swimmers right within each other. We're going to give you those split times right now. That is a 39.72 in lane 4, Sam Grosjean from Waves Bloomington.
And in lane 2, it looks like Jay Huang is starting to make a move, but also lane 9 from Palatine Park District. That is Matthew Karasek. We've heard his name quite a bit. Lane 7 is the one that touches first, and that's Josiah Aguado. Oh,
that's lane 8, Josiah Aguado. No problem. That's what I'm here for, Bill.
There you go.
As they are bringing it home. Again, it is a close group of young swimmers. Really way too close to call right now. Last 5-10 yards here.
Look like Aguado's going to take this heat. Josiah
Stretching
Aguado
out for that wall. It is Josiah Aguado in lane 8. Touching that wall first with a 123.04. In second, Matthew Karasek in lane 9 with a 123.79. As we move on now to the last race of the 10 and under age group. We are at the boys event number 76, 10 and under 100-yard breaststroke in lane 1. Leo Popko, bottom of your screen. Devin Bone in lane 2. Ignis Venzlauskas is in lane 3. Joshua Wang is in lane 4. Noah Chin in lane 5. John Spellers is in lane 6. Alexander Rozdolski is in lane 7. Gage Helfrich in lane 8. Jared Goldstein in lane 9. And Gunnar Hinger is in lane 10 at the top of your screen.
John Spellers in lane 6 touches the wall first from Chicago Wolfpack. He's in lane 6. And in lane 3, we have Ignis from Sage. Looks like he's in second. Also up in lane, is it 7 there? It is. Lane 8, Gage Helfrich. We've seen him all day from DeKalb County, Kishwaukee Y.
35.09 from John Spellers in lane 6 on that 50-yard split.
Noah Chen, lane 5, was the empty lane. Don't know why he is a late scratch, but he is. And John Spellers continues, but it is Gage Helfrich that takes the lead at the end. It's going to be a tight race coming down, dead even on their pullout. But it is, look at the difference in the tempo.
Yep.
Gage Helfrich has definitely picked up his tempo, his stroke, moving his hands much quicker. John Spellers a little bit longer, grabs a little bit more water.
Starting to pick up his pace, though, is John Spellers. Who's going to out-touch first? It's going to be Gage Helfrich with a 114.58. John Spellers, 3/10 behind him with a 114.88. Wrapping up an exciting 10 and under age group here on these 4 days. That was event number 76 here at Lake Central Aquatic Center in Lake Central High School in St. John, Indiana.
Tell me to bring it to the announcer upstairs.
That's us.
Good?
Okay.
Working on the voice.
So again, that will do it for the 10 and under age group here at the 2019 Illinois Swimming Age Group Championships. We're going to take a break, have some awards, but before we've got some news from Bill, got some stuff to announce.
Yeah, so we do High Point Awards here at the Illinois State Meet, and so to kind of keep track of which swimmer in individual events only scores the most points. For the 10 and under girls, in the 5th place was Jaylene Ortiz from the Shark Swim Club. In 4th place, Alexia Brockman, Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic Club. She had 135 points versus 129 from Jaylene. 3rd place, Ava Gambosi from Blue Tide with 143 points. Just ahead of her, Olivia Music from NASA Wildcats with 149. And no surprise at all, Chicago Wolfpack, Raquel Maldonado, 168 points. My guess is that's probably very close to the most you can get.
And that again, probably pretty good from Raquel Maldonado, just dominating her swim meets in this 10 and under age group. So again, that was a point totals being run down there from Bill Shawls. We are going to take a break, have some awards, and then I will come back and wrap things up and get you set up for the final day of the 2019 Illinois Swimming Age Group Championships.
In 9th place from Lincoln Way, Claire Murphy. In 8th place from Blue Marlins, Alicia Zuznica. In 7th place from Springfield Y, Kylie Sullins. In sixth place from Chicago Park District, Grace Koenig Song. In fifth place from Wheaton, Claire Donnelly. In fourth place from Lions, Maddie O'Malley. In third place from Chicago Wolfpack, Alexia Brockman. In second place from Scout, Nellie Sender. And our 2019 Illinois Swimming Girls 10 and under 100 breaststroke champion from Highland Park Aquatic Club, Chloe Prokos. Congratulations, ladies. Is 10 and under 100 breaststroke. In 10th place from NASA Wildcat, Horia Dobrian Urzika. In 9th place from Hornet, Alexander Ozdalski. In 8th place from NASA Wildcat, Devin Bone. In 7th from Coho, Leo Popko. 6th from Palos Orland, Gunnar Hinger. 5th, NASA Wildcats, Jared Goldstein. 4th from Sage Y, Ignas Venslauskas. 3rd from Patriot, Joshua Wang. 2nd, Wolfpack's John Spellers. And the 2019 Illinois Swimming Boys 10 and under 100 breaststroke champion from Kishwaukee YMCA, Gage Helfrich. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Okay, so now we have Now we're going to announce the high point winners for the boys for the 10 and unders. In fifth place, scoring the fifth highest point, again, just to recap, it's the highest number of points in individual events that the swimmers score, combining all their individual swims. Kale Chow from Chicago Wolfpack is in fifth place with 134 points, really tight for the third, fourth, and fifth. Alexander Rozdolski from Hornet Swim Club, 136 points. Velazar Filipov from Ladoff YMCA Neptunes, 137 points, 1 point ahead. Our top two, Gage Helfrich from Kishwaukee YMCA, that's the DeKalb County YMCA, 158 points. And Luke Vitev, the little guy, 9 years old, 162 points. It's so rare to see a 9-year-old even qualify or get medals in this event, but to have a 9-year-old get a high point is really spectacular. So congratulations to him.
Back now to the pool deck for two more awards, I should say, and then we will wrap things up for the 10 and under age group.
And now these are the awards for individual high point winners. In third place with 143 points from Blue Tide's Ava Gambosi. In second place with 149 points, NASA Wildcats' Olivia Music. And our 2019 Illinois Swimming Girls 10 and under individual high point winner with 168 points from Chicago Wolfpack, Raquel Maldonado. Congratulations, ladies. Individual high point winners for boys 10 and under. In third place with 137 points from Ladoff Y, Velazar Filipov. In second place with 158 points from Kishwaukee Y, Gage Helfrich. And your 2019 Illinois Swimming 10 and under boys individual high point winner from Hornet Swim Club with 162 points, Luke Vitev. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Okay, we are wrapping things up for the 10 and under age group here at the 2019 Illinois Swimming Championships. We are going to have a break. And before we sign off, though, I want to give you a quick rundown of the final day of finals action. We're going to pick it up with the girls and boys 50-yard backstroke. We'll have the girls and boys 200-yard backstroke. And we're going to break. We will then have the girls and boys 200-yard IM. We will have the girls and boys 500-yard freestyle, another break after that. Then go back to another sprint. It is the girls and boys 50-yard breaststroke. Then we will have the girls and boys 100-yard breaststroke, another break. Then we'll have a few more sprints. The girls and boys, 11 and 12-year-olds, their 50-yard freestyle. The 13 and 14-year-olds, their 50-yard freestyle. And the girls and boys, 11 and 12-year-olds, their 200-yard butterfly. We'll take our final break for the night and conclude action with the girls and boys, 11 and 12-year-olds, 400 freestyle relay. And then the 13 and 14-year-olds, their 400-yard freestyle relay. So, Bill, let's give us your final thoughts on the 10 and under age group.
Well, really exciting. I mean, when you have a 9-year-old win the High Point Award, it's so rare. And, so, I mean, it's going to be interesting to watch his career, too, and the depth and breadth that we talked about for the group of 10 and under. Some fast swimmers. We've been talking all along about the meet records. A little bit as the swimsuits, a little bit as the fast pool. But, these kids come to race. We've got awesome competition in Illinois. And some of these kids are stepping up. They're going to be going down to Florida. There's 2 meets in Florida where we'll see some of these kids racing again in a few weeks. So exciting times for this group of kids. And, Chicago Wolfpack really has been dominating the 10 and unders and as well as the entire meet. But, this fact that they're dominating 10 and under show that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for years to come.
I agree, Bill. So that'll wrap it up from Lake Central Aquatic Center at Lake Central, Indiana in St. John's, Indiana. I am Jay Pfeiffer for Bill Shawls. We will see you in just about an hour for the final action for the final day of the 2019 Illinois Swimming Age Group Championships.